Oh, say, can you see by the blood in the street that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child, whose blood built this land with sweat and their hands. But you'll die in this place, and your memory reigns. Oh, say, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave.
Philosophy of the political philosophy of black nationalism only means that the black man should control the politics and the politicians in his own community. The time when white people can come in our community and get us to vote for them so that they can be our political leaders and tell us what to do and what not to do is long gone. By the same token, the time when that same white man, knowing that your eyes are too far open, can send another Negro into the community, get you and me to support him so he can use him to lead us astray, those days are long gone.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. What's going on, Cassidra?
Nothing. What is going on with you, forecast?
Nothing much.
How was your day? How was your day?
It was cool, relative to the situation, but I guess it was cool. It was every day is a good day. You're right. Every day is a good day. So I'm gonna say it was a good day today. How about you?
It was good until I seen that one about them prisoners setting themselves on fire. That right there just kind of like, really, what is going on here? Yeah. Did you see that one that I sent you about the prisoners who set themselves on fire to get out of the prison system?
I think I seen that one. Let me see.
Man, that thing is
terrible. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
That thing is horrible. Other than that, I'm good. I don't know. And you know what? I was listening to what Malcolm was saying. He said black folks aren't going to vote for what?
I wish.
I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. That was in '63, right? We're still doing it, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get it eventually, but we ain't got it yet.
So I don't know.
We ain't got it yet. Maybe we'll get it eventually, though. What you think?
All I can say is I thank you today for keeping me on the right direction, because I probably would have went left with it. You know what I'm saying? No, because I'm be honest, I had a whole thing for a minute. It was like, but it's just surprising to see a lot of black people turn to Captain America all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And say all the stuff that we've been saying, like, but argue me and get mad at me about a lot of stuff. Now I don't know everything, but my coon radar is like excellent, I think. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell people like stuff that like I don't know everything, all right, I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong about a lot about this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, but I'm not gonna say they don't want to listen, but we at a place now, because I want to say this before we even get started, where we can build it up from a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like you said, when we talk about the things, like when we make these programs, you know, certain people come on. So salute to everybody who listen and come on to these. But people was coming on a lot more when we was on here arguing about stupid stuff all day.
Ain't
You know
that
what I'm
something?
saying?
Yep. Ain't that something?
Yeah. So but we want the people who want to come and be the right thing and do the right thing, you know. But it's just for me, I'm like, yo, people gave me a hard time for some of the stuff that I was saying to do for black people. But like now it's like, damn, if you ain't vote for, like, turning Joe Biden, if you ain't vote for Kamala, you ain't black. Like,
That's
Lord have
not the
mercy.
dumbest thing. That lady didn't know what the hell she was doing. Her voting was in the dump. It was like what, 12? Her popularity was 12. What the hell? We like one person in today and tomorrow we don't. And then, you know, you got a man that you had 4 years ago, and now all of a sudden you scared of him. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on with, we can't understand or think for ourselves? What in the world? You have people, oh my God, Trump did it, Trump did it. I'm like, you guys, this is the same man that you had as a president 4 years ago, before Kamala. So what happened? What happened? You know? So it just makes no sense. You know, how people, it just makes no sense. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. And now they got this woman where they love her, gave her what, how many billions of dollars? It didn't make no sense. Do you know what we could have did with that in our community? You gave a woman money that told you to kiss her ass, literally. I'm not doing nothing for you. And them niggas couldn't wait. Okay, yes, massa. We still love you, massa. Come on, take this, massa. Take my daughter. Take my son. It just makes no sense to me. If you tell me you don't need my money, then guess what? I'm gonna be smart enough not to give it to you. Seriously, you tell me you don't need me. Okay, thank you for telling me, and I'm gonna walk the other way. Why would I force you to take my money after telling me I'm not gonna do anything just for black people? She told you that, and y'all threw your money at her. Please take my money. Please take my money. What in the world? That's mental illness at its finest. I don't know
Yeah,
what
but
to call
yeah, because and like also, but yeah, I so shouts out to Cassidra, because like, yo, I would we definitely gonna keep it positive and talk about creating legacies and
Yeah,
getting back
that's what
the things that we supposed to
have
talk
to
about.
stay focused on creating legacies. You know, if anybody don't know about that Black Project 2025, you guys need to look that up. I'm serious. I've been following her and have an interview with them on Friday because I'm gonna try to get in there just so I can see what it's all about. And either a
Right.
recruiter or either a recruiter or a moderator on Friday. I had one interview and I talked to the young woman. She's 22, and just wanting to see, hey, how far can we go? Let's go. You know me. If it's positive, I'm on board. I'm getting in there just so I can see what it's all about. You know,
So
we have to, this is great for us. If this is what it is, if we're gonna create some schools and we're gonna create some banks, so we're gonna buy some land, I'm all for it. You know, it's all about us supporting us. So it's things that's gonna have to be created for us to keep our money amongst us. Got a few other people that I was looking at that's also doing the same thing. You know, and I'm like, why don't we three come together? Because it's looking like you're doing the same thing. Why not just come together and just, go for it? Put your ideas together and let's do it, because it's going to be global, right? It's global. So we can't do, one person can't do it all.
yeah,
So
facts.
I'm hoping they'll be able to work together, you know. So we'll
Facts.
see. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, and so and before we start, shouts out to my brother Anthony in the building.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, my brother. Shouts out to Matron in the building. Appreciate you coming through for sure. Um, so yeah, we definitely gonna get to that. Consider, I got to do one thing though, because I've been waiting. It's just I have to play this one thing. You know me, right? I had to play. Shouts out to my
Uh-oh.
brother. Shouts out to my brother Koku. You know, I got this from him, but I didn't even get a chance to see it on there. So I was like, Lord have mercy. I just had to play this. I'm sorry. This one was bad.
A jury ordered fired Dallas police officer Amber Geiger to pay nearly $100 million to her victim's family.
Geiger's already serving a 10-year sentence for the 2018 murder of Botham Jean. Jean's family members know
I can see your brother like, please, Joanna, please don't make her pay that. Please.
They're unlikely to collect that full amount, but they believe the judgment is important for other reasons. Fox Sports' Peyton Yeager was there as the family spoke outside federal court. Peyton.
In a courtroom, they said the jury of 6 men and 6 women sent a message to the entire world that Botham's life mattered and that law enforcement must be held responsible. And also, you should feel safe in your own home.
Victory is mine. Victory today is mine.
The family of Botham Jean broke out in a gospel song Wednesday evening following a federal jury's decision.
Be like Bob. Be like Bob.
98 point.
That's all I wanted to play for a Cassidra. This is the state of.
Oh my God.
This is what it means to be black today. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Cassidra. Oh, go ahead. What you want to say?
Lord have mercy. Ooh. I don't know what to say. That's crazy. No, they still singing "Victory is Man," huh? Okay.
Ain't even got $1. I
think they need to be back. No, the lady just said they probably not gonna even collect that much. They probably not gonna collect that much. How do you get $100 million from a nothing? From a person in jail? You know, so I don't know. Maybe when she get out and she start writing her books about how she murdered a black man in his house in his jammies or in his drawers, maybe
get some of those rights.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Matrix said they were singing like a Baptist choir. It's crazy.
They really was.
Now I'm not, because like you said, man, let's focus on the positive stuff. So starting off, we're gonna play this though, you know, so we can get into the topic of acquiring, doing what the hell we got to do to, because I don't know if you know, like we've been saying this for like, I don't know, like 7-8 years now. Like, we've been on here how many times, like, yo, get your batteries when you go to the grocery store, get like an extra can good, you know, and it come in handy, you know, because sometimes you might just need it just because anyway, even if it ain't a crisis, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Get some water, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been saying that this whole time. But anyway, let's get to because that's one of the silver linings in this. Even the most liberal left leaning, whatever they call it, black person is now on some like, you know what, I'm done. I'm on my black-ish now. So thank goodness, you know what I'm saying? I would have whatever had. So we're gonna capitalize on this momentum for the next 3 weeks until we get back to being American, to Captain America again. But anyway, I'm not gonna be mad. We will be positive today.
They're trying to control all of the food, and they're trying to control all of the land. Bill Gates is buying up all of the farmland, and BlackRock is buying up all of the housing across America. I repeat, Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland, and BlackRock is buying up all the available single-family homes in America. Why is the white power structure buying up all the agricultural land? And why is the white power structure purchasing all of the single-family homes across America? Because they want to make sure you have no power. They want to control.
Oh, by the way, they bought it from other white people too. So that's just to be clear. So
what goes into your body so they can decease you. They want to control what you eat so they can decease you.
Kill you.
And they want to control where you sleep so they can control your actions. A man who controls where you sleeps controls
Mm-hmm.
your actions. He controls your life. They're buying all the homes and all the food land. All the homes and all the food land. Black America, we need to come together and we need to purchase 2 or 3 of these cities that's for sale across America. We need to come together and we need to purchase 2 or 3 of these cities that's for sale across America. Oh, yes.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there because we know we need to do that, and this is what we're going to be talking about today.
Yes.
But what you think about what he was saying?
He's right. I mean, we have to get busy, and now is the time. We should be supporting our Black farmers like crazy because we know that food is going to be good with them. You know what I'm saying? We should be supporting our Black farmers. And I think we have one here in Raleigh, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, a Black guy, if I'm not mistaken, So my thing is we need to be supporting that. If we're not, why not?
Yeah.
And if it's any other Black farmers around, which I'm sure it is, we need to be supporting them. Why do we have to get our food from them? These jokers here. That joker right there, that Bill Gates going to Africa, mess with them Kenya babies, them women that are pregnant, getting ready to give them a vitamin, they said. I was like, y'all idiots, I die first. If I take anything, that joker got to give me. They're going to kill the baby and kill her insides and everything else. She'll never, ever, ever, ever be able to have another baby. Trust when he get done with them Kenya. But the sad part about it, the Kenya president is allowing it. He didn't get paid out. So now he going to allow him to kill his people. They should take him out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude committed crimes against humanity and walking around like everything's sweet.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, looking crazy.
And Black people more scared than he is. You know what I'm saying?
Walking around like he owned the world. Ain't that Margaret Sanger's nephew or grandson or somebody Margaret Sanger belonged to?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know though, but they all like Neanderthal anyway, so they all the same anyway.
They all in one family.
Right, same family anyway. So all right, let's play this. Now, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people scared because they're gonna lose integration with white people. You're not gonna be able to go to school or drink out of the same water fountains again. I get it.
A surprise for us. Thank God. Go ahead. Thank God. That's all I can say is thank you, Lord. He gonna bring it back to where it never should have left. And Black folks complaining like they crazy. I'm like, y'all stupid.
Yeah, you might get lynched if you mess with that white girl. So a lot of Black people is upset right now, but this is not nothing new. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you look at history, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same. Like they're not even creative though. That's what I'm saying. They do the same thing over and over. That's why like Black people who was like talking about this in the 70s and the 60s and the 20s and the 1800s is saying the exact same thing because they're not even creative. They're doing the same playbook over and over and over and over, and then we keep falling for the same playbook.
The same playbook.
It's just the fact that back then they well, I don't know because I guess we always look for a white savior, so never mind.
Always.
This is an excerpt from the testimony of a South Carolina freedman before American Freedmen's Inquiry Commission. This took place in...
Anthony said the Kenyan people hate Ruto, but he's a puppet of the United States.
Sure, he's a puppet. Absolutely. He was here in the United States probably a couple months before Bill Gates went down there and made a deal with him. He probably paid, Bill Gates probably paid that man so much money. He ain't think about them niggas. He ain't think about them Kenyan people. He ain't thinking about them Kenyan people. He got paid, shoot so much money, more money he'd ever had in his life.
Yeah.
That's the sad part about it.
And it's crazy because they give you pieces of paper, like dead people on that would have killed you. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like people would have lynched us for this conversation on pieces of paper for the land that's actually worth the stuff and the people that's worth the stuff. And you would sell them the land and the people for like, and a little bit of the money, you know what I'm saying, that they give you. Not even a lot, Anyway.
This is an
shouts out to Raw in the building. Appreciate you coming through, Raw.
This is an excerpt from the testimony of a South Carolina freedman before American Freedmen's Inquiry Commission. This took place in Beaufort, South Carolina, June 1863. The interviewer asked the interviewee, who was an ex-slave, they asked him, "What do colored people want the government to do for them?" The answer was, they would like to have land, 4 or 5 acres to a family. Question: how many here could manage and take care of land? Answer: a good many. I could take care of 15 acres and would not ask them to do anything for me. That's all they wanted. That's all free men and women wanted. Their own. They wanted their own land to take care of themselves. They wanted to be separated from the constant hostility.
Now, I will only say this though, right? We have to upgrade that to like what we wanted from them to what we have to take from them, what is ours, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to give you anything. And like, okay, they may not have known that back then, but now we have, she said 1863, so 170 years now of more experience to know that, okay, we have to take what we want now. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're graduating to. We want our own, but we're going to take it. Because guarantees, because I know they'd be like, yo, well, black people is going to get, I don't care if they try to kick black, because Pan-Africans is like, yo, saying they're going to kick us out of America. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the
point. What the hell? Do we care? Who cares?
But that's what I'm saying. They won't though, because you are their slave class. You know what I'm saying? If they kick you out of the country, I guarantee in 6 months they're gonna be invading again, kidnapping people again, and there's gonna be another slave trade if they kicked you out the country. I promise you this. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
not that you're right, but you should want to. But I'm saying you want to be ready for when they do. Exactly. You want to go have your own, but be ready for when they do come. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Not trying to make fun of it, but I'm just saying, because like when I was saying, don't get in
out. Let's go. I hope they do. Please do. Please do. Please.
Look, because when I was saying don't get into like this whole black immigrant, black people argument, because it's not even, I don't think it was coming from us this particular time. Not that we have differences and inner conflicts and inner whatever, but I don't think that whole beef was coming from us. But now, like, that's what I'm saying. You got to be careful what you say, because when you be like, well, there wasn't any black immigrants before when you was arguing with it. But now you're saying, well, we're all immigrants now. We all gonna get kicked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be careful when you start jumping and all this stuff. But not that, like, you should not get like take, or if you want to take this land, take this land. Whatever the hell we need, you take whatever you need. That's the mindset that you're supposed to have. Not like, oh, well, you could give me this little bit and I'll make it work. Like, forget that. Like, this is mine. I'm taking mine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like, when we get to that point, like, even if they say they kick you out, I promise you, they're going to need you to come back and do the damn work. You know what I'm saying? And come up with the ideas and come up with everything, because they just take it. Like, who the hell is going to be playing basketball for them? You know what I'm saying? As long as you shut up and dribble, you're good. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Exactly.
Let me see.
That came with slavery. They wanted their own piece of paradise for themselves. Separated from you. What was the problem? I'll be back.
All right.
Answer: I would not take.
They said we want our own stuff separated from you. That's what they said they wanted.
Instant hostility.
Ancestors had enough sense to separate. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew, because of what they had gone through, they knew how, how demonic these people were. But what did we do as young folk do? They look and they say, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm going back over there. I'm going back to Egypt. And then we trotted right on, went on back under there, and we've been at the bottom ever since. Been fighting for our lives ever since. Then got hung, burned, eaten. I'm just saying. And you still aren't tired of them yet. You still aren't trying to separate from them yet.
All right, and I can guess what the first one said. Oh, look at that white girl over there. I'm going to talk to her.
Exactly.
And then it was a wrap.
Ran right on over there. Shoot, and then his little butt got hung. Go ahead.
You said what? A lot of them, bro. Like, well, a lot of them are scared. Like Trump is going to deport black people. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I thought that was the goal, was to like leave. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
not everybody wants to leave. You know what I'm
But you know
saying?
what?
Like,
Let the ones that want to stay here, stay here. But I already got plans, so that he'll do me a favor. Make sure you give us the reparations when we go. Make sure you give us a couple dollars before we go. My thing is, I don't give a dang on what. I don't care. Tired of what I'm seeing. Anything is
yeah.
better than this.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna say nobody in particular because, like, Cassidra keeping us on the positive track today. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to Cassidra. Matron said most black people do not want to be black and powerful; they just want to be white.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They want to. Yeah. Yep. They exactly. They ain't trying to be free. They don't. When you start talking about being free, they start talking about you. They start dogging you out. Remember, NFAC was talking about doing this, that, and the other, and black folk dog that man out. Didn't have didn't have proof of nothing. They were just talking, passing along lies, passing out lies, just passing it down because they was too much work. He was making folks scared, making folks nervous. Oh my goodness, you carrying a gun, you finna get us. I'm like, you already dying. What you scared of dying for? They're already killing you, unarmed, doing nothing. At least die for freedom. At least die for being free. At least die for trying to be free.
I get it. Harriet Tubman said, "I could have freed 1,000 more
That's
if they had known they had been
That's
slaves."
right. That's
I
right.
get it now, right?
Oh man, that's my favorite saying. I tell you, every time I look at black folks, boy, so many, so many, so many. Man, so many. Ain't many of us gonna make it. Ain't a whole lot gonna make it.
That came with slavery. They wanted their own piece of paradise for themselves, separated from you. What was the problem? I'll be back. Were to give you land, how long would it take to pay for it? 5 years? Answer: I would not take 5 years. In 2 years, I will pay every cent. The people here would rather have the land than work for wages. I think it would be better to sort out the men and give land to those who have the faculty of supporting their families. Every able bodied man can take care of himself if he has a mind to, but there are bad men who have not the heart or will to do it. Question: do you think the colored people would like better to have this land divided among themselves and live here alone, or must they have white people to govern them? Answer: they are obliged to have white people to administer the law.
He said, "It's got to be 2024." Right? He said, "We are obliged to have crackers administer the law."
The black people have a good deal of sense, but they do not know the law.
Lord have mercy.
If the government keep the masters away altogether, it would not do to leave the colored men here alone. Some white men must be here not as masters, but we must take the law by their word, and if we do not, we must be punished. If you take all the white men away, we are nothing.
Damn. That's what. Now it might sound far fetched, but that's what the hell y'all been saying.
Yes. Wow. That's crazy. Who says stuff like that?
Black people.
God, that's sad. That hurts my heart. That's sad.
They said we don't know the law. If we don't have a white man to administer it, we're done. Right. It might sound like this is just a random dude testifying, like in the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? Just a random. But the problem is, if you pick a random black dude in the today, he might say the same damn thing. And probably worse.
Oh my goodness, that's kind of hard. I couldn't even imagine saying that. I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Today we'll be like, if you don't vote for a mixed girl
Exactly.
who don't even like black people, you ain't black.
Exactly. And that's literally what they're saying, because she told them exactly what she wasn't going to do. And they still supported her, still called her black when the woman said she was Indian. And, it's just, I don't know what's it going to take? What's it going to take for us to wake up totally? I could see, and you know what? I could see, I can't look at it. I can't say it's all bad because I'm looking at some black folks are waking up. You know, when we're looking at this project, this black project thing, I'm looking at how many people and how much money she collected in literally, over a week. I'm not going to say, they gave to her like they did Camilla, what I'm saying, Kamala, whatever her hell her name is. But there are black folk that's really wanting this project to work,
Right.
and they're supporting it. So I'm looking at that, which makes me feel really good, but then you still see some that are still so brainwashed and they're so sold out to this this blue party that doesn't matter what you do to them, not matter what you're not going to do for them, they'll still give you their loyalty. That's sad. They will vote against their own demise. All them immigrants was coming in, all them jobs, and literally black jobs. Because I remember black men were doing the construction and doing the lawns and doing, I remember that. The painting and the construction and, all the building, the carpentry. I remember those days. And now you can't find a black man on the construction site. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part about it. And black folk will turn their head and act like it don't exist. So what does he mean, a black job? What the hell you think he means? You know what he means. The one that you ain't working, that you still on unemployment and you sitting over there looking for a job or so discouraged that you can't find one. And then the job you used to work at, you look at and you got immigrants at the job now. So what do you think he meant?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, cause I was saying, I told this dude, I was like, because I was like, at the job I'm at now, right? I was telling the dude, this like I be saying Mexican, but he's like, oh no, they're from Venezuela. Like it makes a difference, right?
What the hell?
Right? But I'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah, right. But I'll be like, they be so lazy. I'll be like, they always be like they work hard. He was like, no, it's not that they work hard, they are cheaper to hire. Cheaper.
Right. And they be packing that, they be putting that mess together and just doing it any kind of way. Half of them ain't trained. They done took a class on the job training. But black folk got to take a whole class, get certified and everything else before they get the job. But you let them Mexicans, they just teach each other and they go and build a whole house and the damn thing falling and, the little floor creaking and, crooked and, but that's what they want. They want it cheap and that's what you get. You get what you pay for.
Right. And it's the cheap labor that is quote unquote, but they're going to get to a place where, what I'm saying, because only black people at the end of the day will serve somebody else before themselves, right? Other people are going to use that but try to lift themselves up, and then after a while they'll be like, oh, I ain't doing that. But only black people will stay in that workers servant class, slave class.
That's what we've done. Because that's what we've done. Where MLK left us is where we still are today. Where he left us, we're still there today. What changed? Police are still brutally killing our babies. They didn't change that. They've been doing that since slavery, right? So what really changed? Well, we can hold hands with little white girls now. Who wants to hold hands with them? Who wants to hold that hand? Ew.
Yeah, I can.
Who wants to stand next to them?
Yeah, I can drink out of any water fountain now. Exactly. I want to, so I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can go over there and drink out, whatever.
Yeah. So, all right, all right, that's enough of the history lesson part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because
don't you ever want to do anything exciting?
The important part is the whole land acquiring part that they was talking about.
Yeah.
And being able to make their own food.
Yeah. That's the most important.
Yeah. Whole year, we turned some abandoned land into a homestead and a beautiful glamping community. In this video, we're going to show you exactly how we did it. Let's roll the tape. This land once belonged to my great-great-grandparents, and it has been passed down from generation to generation.
Wow.
We've owned this land for over 100 years, and it has a special place in my heart.
Yes.
Austin and I have been working tirelessly on this land for 1 year, and it's definitely one of the most challenging and rewarding projects I've worked on in my entire life. In this video, we're going to show you what we accomplished.
Oh yeah, so the girl, the young lady in the last video, she asked if the black people were to acquire this land, would you know how to take care of it or what to do with it? What you think that? What do you think about today? Cassandra, do you think
today? No. I mean, well, you have to get with somebody that's that was used. You know what I'm saying? You'll have to get with somebody that's been doing it. But right off the bat, I wouldn't even know where to start. I just know how to buy it. And do we even know how to do that? Because you got to get the land is perked. You got to get certain whatever's to the land. You can't just go buy some land because it may not be, may not be able to do anything with it. So it's a lot. But do we really know? No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
We can read, we can read up on it and do it, but to really know, no. All that's been snatched away from us. So we were okay to give it away. We were okay because he told us never to forget, right? He told us to continue passing legacies down to our children, and we don't do that. So this is what's going on. Our children don't even know who they are. As long as you don't know who you are, you're bound to repeat some things because you think it's new. And it's just some things that's been rewrapped by them, and we think it's new.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even think we'll be able to hunt on that land. I swear. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught a squirrel or I'm serious. Know what to do with a pig or whatever. I'm just saying. A cattle, would we know? No. A sheep? No. We'd have to hire some Africans to help us because I'm just saying, not to be funny, but they know how to do that. That's what they do there. They got goats and stuff there. All kinds of animals walking around there, and they know what to do with it because they have, those farms, chickens and, little goats. They selling them sheep and stuff. They know what to do with that stuff. We don't.
Yeah.
We're very unfortunate because they put us out and put us in the wilderness. We better bring some farmers with us. We're going to be in trouble. And I think right now we need to be learning this stuff. We need to be hanging out with some farmers now. I don't even know how to what do you call that? Put food in the jar. What you call that? I don't even know how to do that.
I don't even know.
I'm like, what am I asking? What am I saying, Anthony?
Anthony, no.
Is it jarring food or it's?
Oh yeah, jarring it, yeah. Or when you store it. Okay, yeah, you talking about
canning? Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yes,
canning. Make sure that canning. Yeah,
yes,
canning.
Yes, yeah. And you have some black folk that do, but that generation is done. That generation is gone. We didn't have to can no food. We went to the store and bought our food. We didn't have to can nothing. I don't even know what to can. My husband has a whole garden. I let the little tomatoes, they rotten, fly. I don't know what to do with them. I take them to work and give them out to folks. But I'm like, that could be stuff that we could be canning now, but I don't know how to do it. Canning of preserves. Yes. We don't know how to do that. We need to learn because if they put us out like they say, which I'm hoping they do, we gonna need some folk that know how to can. Either you're gonna print out some stuff or something. We need to do something. Hold some classes on canning, hold some classes on farming, hold some classes on hunting. Because I don't know when to hunt, how to hunt. I wouldn't even know what to hunt, what to start hunting first. We don't even, we have to get busy because this is stuff that we may have to do it. Never know.
I was gonna say Bakari and Anthony is in there. I'll be like, yo, if you catch a squirrel, you're gonna have to probably call one of them because they know what to do with it.
That's about it. I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't even I don't know, just eat grass, I guess. I don't know.
But I see like how it got lost though, because like I was telling y'all, like my uncle, like who's like older, like he can't do it now, but he had his own farm where he had like corn and stuff growing, but he had pigs and he would have to kill his pigs and like gut them out and clean them.
Oh, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah. And see, I didn't do it. I should have done it when I should have actually killed. No, I should have, but I wanted to go play. I just wanted to go play when I was like too young to know any better. But also the adults do have a responsibility to be like, yo, come over here. Exactly. I'm gonna show you how to kill this pig first. Like, because I think Bakari said it a while ago. He was like, as far as like you should like have young children like be able to kill like a chicken or a pig or something, so they could actually get used to doing stuff like that. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Yep, absolutely. Go out there and, back in the day, they used to go out and have all them chickens. And I mean, even if I went and got some chickens now, I wouldn't even know what to do with them. Just eat the eggs, I guess. I wouldn't know how to, I wouldn't know how to kill them. I wouldn't even want to. But I guess
And
I just
how,
have to have an egg sandwich every day.
but people don't even know how hard it is to have chicken. Like I had neighbors who tried to have chickens and they got rid of them in like 2 months because it's a lot of work, and chickens like they just be all over the place. They just be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
you gotta put in work. Yeah.
I'm just no. That's not my. I would hire somebody. I would buy the chickens, and I would hire somebody to take care of them. That's their gifts. I mean, if that's your gift, you may as well get some. Come on, you guys. Hey, need some help with these chickens. Go ahead. This will be your job. I'll give you a couple of them, and you help me take care of mine. I wouldn't know what to do with them. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah. So and Mason said we give our educational system away for integration into
Yes,
the education.
yes.
Yeah,
We
facts.
gave everything. Our teachers, yes, we gave our doctors away. Our men teachers, educators. We gave everything. We allowed our hospitals to go. We gave our homes, our land, right, just to come over here to be abused by them. What would make somebody? Why would we think that was okay after coming, away from them? But this was what happened. You don't allow your children to forget, and they allowed us to forget. And now, what we're going through is what they went through.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing.
Yeah, that's a fact, and
Mhm.
but they want you to not be able to, because if they can control, like you said, if you can control your food, your environment, and all that, they got
Yes,
you.
yes.
Bakari said you don't need a rooster for your chicken to lay eggs. That's
Now
part
I
of
thought you needed a rooster. I had no. Do they just lay eggs by themselves? I mean, what? What do you need?
I don't know.
See, I wouldn't even know what to do. I'd be okay, chicken. Let's lay an egg. How will we? What? They just hatch them. They just lay them. I don't know anything about it. That's the sad part about it.
Yeah.
If we would starve to death, we would be begging them, can y'all please come over here? But we taught them, and then they took it and ran with it, and now we don't know how to do nothing. They didn't strip. It's almost like how they say in the zoo, don't feed the animals, they'll still lose. They'll the wild, don't feed the let them continue going to get their food, they'll still lose, and lose how, or they'll forget how to get their own food. That's what happened to us. They got these supermarkets now. Everything is all cut up and gutted for you. My husband had a fish the other day, and that thing was still alive and it's jumping. I'm jumping. I'm like, what in the world? I'm not finna mess with that. And I didn't. I'm not scraping it. I'm not skinning it. I'm not whatever it is you call. I'm not gutting it. I'm not doing any of that. I know it's no. I just can't. But we're hurting ourselves. Then that's the sad part about it. This is what we need to be teaching our children. This is why we need our own schools. We can have a farming class. We can have a hunting class. These are classes that our children need to know. Monday you do hunting. Tuesday you do farming. Wednesday you do building. Thursday you get land. This is stuff that we need to understand how to do. And let's not forget an investing class. Okay.
Right.
How to buy land, how to build a house. We need to know all of that. Construction. It's so much that we've lost. It's so much that we've lost. How do we get that back?
Well, that's a good question. And because it was a law that it was against because they thought black people was, which they probably were. I assume they were, but so they passed a law to make it illegal for black people to actually know about plants
Ain't
and
that
like
something? Why
doing
would you
certain
pass a
things.
law for that? Ain't that the dumbest thing? Why would you pass a law? They pass a law for us not to read. What in the world? That's so stupid.
Yeah, it's because they thought we was, because we did know how, we knew all about plants, how to use them for
Yes.
medicine, and also poison. And a lot of that was what a lot of women was doing, was like that they make them cook the food, so they was poisoning them. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
so but anyway, let me Bakari said, okay, Anthony said he glad he a country boy with roots. He know how to do it. They still doing it down there. Bakari said he slaughtered hogs and chickens. His 5-year-old nephew raised chickens.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
I know you keep saying it's a lot of work, but you may need a couple. While you sit up there talking, it's a lot of work. You may need a couple of chickens.
Yo, you heard me. I wasn't even thinking about it.
You kept saying, "Yeah, I heard you. It's a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work." You know your butt need to be buying some of them chickens.
You're right.
Yeah, I think you can put like a little fence up and keep them in a little fence, right? You know, I'm just saying. I don't know about a whole lot of that, but I'm just saying. I think we should be buying them now. I think we should be having some. You know, I know in Africa you can get a sheep for chicken or sheep for what, $20 in Africa. You can get a lamb, sheep, $20. Get 2 of them. All you got to do is get about $100 worth, and they'll have some babies, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a lot that you could do just by yourself. Carr said if y'all watch his video with his little chickens, if you watch closely, you see no rooster. He said, consider yes, they lay eggs by themselves.
Oh wow.
Chickens for eggs and meat.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know. They just develop. They just develop. They don't need. So what is the rooster for? What's he do? I mean, why do we need a rooster? Just the one that's the one that wake up everybody at 5 in the morning. Why do we need a rooster? We don't need him to have babies with the chicken. You know, why do we need a rooster? What's his job?
That's what black. Nah, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. All right.
I mean, that's just crazy though. This is the saddest part. You know, that we actually don't know this stuff. This is stuff that we need to be learning. This is why we need to be, we need to be teaching this to our babies. Because if it happens to where we do, Russia come over here bombing stuff, where y'all going? What's gonna happen? What you gonna do? You be forced out your house. Like, I read this book Left Behind back in the day, right? And everybody had to leave their house and they went to the wilderness and they was living up in the, in the mountains, in the woods. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't even know how to, I wouldn't know how to do any of that. That's crazy. I'd probably be dead within a week. I'm just like, I wouldn't know any of that stuff, especially if it's wintertime. It's cold out there. And how many of you guys packing your bags? How many of you guys got a to-go bag packed? Or what's in your to-go bag? Yeah, I have one of them packed. I probably have a lot of stuff in there that I don't even know how to use. But I bought the stuff, but I don't know how to use it. I'm like, well, I guess I'll wait till I need it. That's crazy, ain't it? To wait till you need it to use it. That's crazy. But yeah, I bought a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but it's better to have it than not. So
yeah, I guess I have to figure it out, huh? How do I have a thing that you can start a fire? I don't even know how to use that thing. I have no idea.
Yeah. All right. Let me try to read these so we can finish this. So we can it won't be too long. They said, Matrix said, we're fighting for the same resources in a diabolical plot twist that the offering us integration into their system instead of the resources to support our own. Right. Yeah. So they offered us, and she said to us, like that video, to the art of selling to the Negro.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And they was like, yeah, there's an untapped market there. And so they integrated your money, but kept you in the hoods. You know what I'm saying? You can go buy their stuff.
Yeah.
Have no knowledge.
You can't come over here and live, though. You stay on over there in your ghetto that we created for you.
Mm-hmm. And then when that one Negro, and when that one Negro get over there, the white girl gonna call you like, hey, you live over here? And, and you going. And okay, so Bakari said, make sure you get the right chicken for eggs.
What?
Meat chickens don't lay a lot of eggs. Roosters are for protection. Well, because that makes sense. See, we don't get it because we're black, and black people don't operate like every other thing in the universe where the male protects the female. You know what I'm saying? So we're opposite. So I guess we don't. That's what the.
So he's like the security team.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sense. Yeah.
Rooster will give his life for the chickens. You can raise geese to get goose eggs.
I didn't know. So wait a minute. Make sure you get the right chicken for eggs, meat, chickens. I didn't know it was separate chickens, certain chickens for eggs and certain chickens that we could eat. I thought you could eat all of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would have just been eating I would have been eating all the chicken. I ain't gonna
I know, because he said you can raise geese. Oh well, yeah. Okay, give it. Okay, man, I didn't know all this stuff. This is pretty cool, though. Okay. Okay. I didn't know. That's why I will buy me some chickens. I hired somebody to do it for me because I just don't know until I learn. But this is stuff that we need to be learning, you guys. We need to know this stuff. How do we
Yeah.
hunt? What food? What meats? What animals can we eat? What animals can we not eat? Because I know some animals we ain't supposed to be eating, like them possums. You ain't supposed to be. I would never want to try that. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Look like a big old rat. I'm not eating that.
They be him and Bakari and Anthony be
Oh
eating them
hell no!
possums.
You ain't hell no! You ain't supposed to be eating that stuff. I know you ain't never supposed to eat that stuff.
You ain't supposed to eat chillings either. And they
I
be
don't trust me. I sure don't. I'm just saying, that's just so crazy. We have to know what animals, what birds we can eat, what animals we can eat. Because I know we can't eat crows. You can't eat them ugly little, the ones that eat the dead things. You can't eat. So what birds can we eat?
Right.
So this is stuff that we need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Geese. I heard somebody. He said, "Look, you can raise geese and get geese eggs." I don't think I've ever had a geese egg. I've never had that. I don't think. Male
Ross said,
chickens and female chickens to reproduce. Oh, chickens. What in the world? Okay. Wow.
well, we can hire some black people to run the farm that we acquired. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say that, and we'll learn from him. But no, the thing is too though that back to the question, the one and by the way, Ross said Lumumba asked for land in Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, and the Caucasoids killed him for his demands.
That's crazy. These people, I would never, you couldn't pay me to live in Mississippi, Alabama. You couldn't even give me a house down there. Those type of people, them crackers down there is at another level. It's not even normal. That's another level demons right down there, Mississippi and them. That's a whole nother stage demons down there. They at another level. Like we talking about 20 plus. That's crazy. Them things, they are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because
Bakari.
there's male chickens and females chickens to reproduce. Okay, so chickens just don't lay eggs by themselves. So you do need a male and a female chicken. But I thought the rooster was the man of the chickens. That's what I thought. So are there female roosters and male roosters? I mean, I know people like, I don't know. See, this is why we need to know this stuff. I'm getting ready to get on my phone so I can see. I want to ask crazy questions, but if you don't know, you're supposed to ask. Somebody in here know. Are there male roosters and female roosters, or just all of the male roosters are male? Did I ask the question right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can eat them, but meat chickens are usually bigger. Brahma chickens is for meat. There's breeds of chicken. If you want to know, get more info. I think we need to understand about farming animals and what animals we can eat and how we kill them, how we hunt them. That needs to be a show, seriously, because a lot of us don't know about this stuff. So how are we going to survive, you guys? We ain't got no greens, you ain't got no, you ain't got no corn, you ain't got no greens, you ain't got no canned goods. How are we going to survive? You in the woods, right? You got this little rabbit, you see this little rabbit and you don't know what you're doing. He gonna come and sit right next to you. How you gonna kill that rabbit with your hands? How do you get that rabbit? See, that stuff we need to know that stuff. How you gonna kill that? Because I think I would eat a rabbit. We could eat rabbit, I think. But what about the ducks? Can we eat the ducks that's in the pond? Can we eat I'm just saying.
But he said you don't need roosters to breed. He said you need roosters to breed and make more chickens, but not to lay eggs. Don't chickens come from the
What
eggs?
in the world, Bakari? Get your behind on here. I don't know what you're talking about. So what's in eggs? Chicken come in eggs, right? So you're saying you need roosters to breed and more. I don't understand what you're talking about. I thought you just said chickens just lay eggs first. Then you said, oh, okay.
He said eat coons, not possums.
Coons. I'm not eating neither one of them.
But
I eat coons, not possum. I'm not eating neither one of them. I ain't never had none of them, neither one. I just don't see where I want to eat those. What does coons taste like? I guess you could eat them. How do you gut them and cut them? That's a story of another day. Seriously. We really need to talk about hunting and what we can eat and what we can't eat and how you cook it up, how you dress it up and how you gut it, all that stuff. We need to know about this stuff.
Yeah. What up, Bakari? What up, my brother?
Hey, Bakari.
What's going on, my man? What's going on? Look, what I was saying, Cassidra.
Okay, explain. Go talk.
Okay, I'm finna explain.
Okay.
Okay. The chicken is the woman.
Okay.
But to lay eggs where you can eat, it doesn't need a rooster. But to reproduce for those eggs can grow into babies inside there, it needs the rooster. It might not make sense. It had me confused too.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so the eggs that we're eating, like breakfast eggs, they didn't need the male to do those. They just lay them automatically.
Because they're gonna lay out.
Okay, so you need two sets of chickens. You need the chicken to lay eggs, and on one side, and then you need the ones that you're gonna reproduce other chickens on another side.
Those chicken that lay eggs can reproduce. But if ain't no rooster, they're just gonna lay eggs where you can go get the eggs. Okay. And you have to deal with some, because I was talking to this white guy, I was laughing at him. He went to get his chickens because he tried to get into it, right? And the person that sold him his chickens lied to him, told him they was giving him egg chickens. But he said he get about 3 eggs a month. Oh, wow. And come to find out he don't have egg chickens. See, there's different breeds of chicken. Like if you look up the Brahma chicken, you can see a Brahma chicken can get up to about 16, 20 pounds.
Oh, wow.
There's different breeds of chicken.
Because I know some chickens will kill each other, right?
Yeah, chicken will kill, chicken will fight. That rooster, that's what that rooster there for. He most definitely gonna fight. He don't let his women fight though. He'll run his women in the coop. And he'll stand out there. He'll die for them. He will literally die for them women that he put in the coop. He will stay there. He know he gonna lose, but he will die to make sure they don't get to the woman. But the chicken, like I said, my family got land. Like my little nephew, he's 5 years old. He can tell you all this stuff about chickens. But if you tell him to take you to show him, he ain't gonna talk then because he's working and he don't talk while he's working. But he know, and that's his job. He raised the chicken. So when I did the film, I even showed him lifting the rooster, not the rooster, listening to the chicken up out of her nest and getting the eggs from underneath her. They don't bother you. They don't do none of that. So what you do is when you get the chickens when they're little, I remember my grandmama, they used to show us, I don't know how to do this part, when they're little bitties, after, once they start growing a little bit, you clip their wing. So they don't fly. It's a way you can, something under there you clip so they don't fly out of the coop.
Okay.
But you say, do you eat a coon? Yes, people eat coons all the time. I've eaten coon. I ain't really it's all right, but my family love it. I know people that love them, but I didn't love it like that. But yeah, people
what about the possum? You eat the possum too?
No.
No. You have a lot of older people back in the day that used to love possum. I mean, they eat possum like it was a gourmet meal. They ate it.
They ain't had nothing else to eat. You remember that movie Sounder when that dude, that black man took his little son hunting and shot that possum? He said sweet meat on the table. They didn't have nothing else to eat.
Wow. I guess you do have to eat the little rat, huh? The rat family. Yes, the rat family.
But knowing how to slaughter a hog is good. Like I know how to slaughter a hog.
Where do you start? In the belly?
Well, you want to shoot.
Well, you gotta catch it first.
Well, I'm saying if it's your hog in here in that pen, hogs will come over there by you. But you have to be careful. You getting that big one. You do have to be careful because I literally seen my uncle put a 22 rifle on the hog head between his eyes and shot him. That hog turned around, walked off, and started eating. Whoa. Then he shot him again, and he buckled. And when he buckled, that when they cut his throat. You cut his throat, you want to turn him upside down, drain the blood, then you cut him in the stomach, you want to get the gut. You want to have you some real hot water already. Boiling your water. Now, I don't eat pork no more, but I've done this. You have you some real hot water so you can boil so you can scrape all the hair off the I've eaten everything on the hog. Anything that was edible and
fresh
stuff.
chitlins.
Yes, I've had fresh chili. You laughing? I have had fresh chili. You laugh. You look. You thought I was. You wait a minute. You thought I was gonna say no.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yes, yes. So, but I've eaten everything off the pig that was edible, stuff that probably wasn't edible. Because you didn't throw nothing away. We used to have a we used to have a hog farm in this place called I think I showed one time on my live. I think I know I talked about a place called Freedom Village. We had a hog farm, we had a rabbit farm, we had a honeybee farm.
Wow.
I used to know how to do honey, but I don't mess with them bees that much. There's a black beekeeper up the street though, not too far from me, and I'm gonna go up there and he have people come over buy honey. He also show people he also show people how to go out there and deal with the bees. He'll show you how to go out there and deal with the bees. The beekeeper. You know the thing, a bee won't attack you if you have on that is a white plastic suit, right? They say they can't see white or something like that. So they will not attack that. They'll fly around it, but any other color they will attack. That's why whenever you see a beekeeper or you watch some on TV, you notice everything they have on is always white. Because the bees won't attack that.
Yeah, I see that. I see that little thing they wear.
It's always white. Yeah, because they won't attack it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
No, I was saying, let me ask you a question, yo. You ever went hunting before?
Nah, I haven't been hunting. I had friends that hunt. I haven't hunted. I'm supposed to go hunting this year.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something else you can get forecast and consider. This is something we was working on out there at Freedom Village. Freedom Village was something like Fannie Lou Hamer Freedom Farm. That's what my daddy got the idea from, because that was his friend. So, and he just brought it down to where we were, right? But turkeys. But a turkey can be kind of aggressive, and a farm raised turkey is much bigger than I don't know if you ever seen a wild turkey, but a farm raised turkey is much bigger than a wild turkey. But you can also do turkeys. You can do goats, but make sure you get the right goat. Don't get that little goat. If you get the little goat is not for meat. It's to clean up the trash. You have to get the big goat. The big goat for meat, milk, stuff like that. But the little goat is just for to eat up the shrubbery and the trash, anything around the house, outside your house.
Nah, yeah, that's real. Yeah, that's
who would even know that? I thought all goats were meat. I mean, you get hungry enough, you can't eat them.
Well, you know, if you get hungry enough, if you starving, yeah, then you're gonna put a couple of them aside. But what I'm saying is, like right now, we talking about getting some land, right? Like my friend from Nigeria is supposed to be showing me a buddy of mine. He's an associate, so it's showing me how to do slaughter and skin and butcher a goat. And I'm excited to. I really want to learn, because I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah, we need to. That needs to be a class. You need to be watching. You know, put that. You need to videotape that when you guys do that, because that would be a good class.
Yeah, my cousin back home, she want to show me, because she have cows and everything on her farm, and she want to show me some stuff. But lately, she haven't been here, and I appreciate what she's doing. Her and her organization is a group of black farmers. Not all from Mississippi, they're all from the South though. They were in Africa last year. They did 3 countries in Africa last year, going over there, because, you know, like you said, we showed them how to farm, then they took the skill from us.
Yep.
So what she did was, what they were doing, they went to 3 countries in Africa, and they were showing them how to farm certain things, and they were trying to set up so they could trade back and forth. This year, they were in the Caribbean. They were in Jamaica. I forget the other 2 countries, and they were showing them how to farm certain things and what they learning from them, and so they can trade back and forth. All black farmers.
Yeah. Yeah, see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the kind of thing that, because one thing to answer the question is, like, you know, we can learn from people who have been doing this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went hunting one time before, you know, but even what you're saying about like the goats, like you have the small ones to do, and the chickens, the whole thing with the chickens, you know, and you know, I'll just be messing with you about the pigs and the chitlins thing, but all of that is important information that like is not, we don't possess anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you think. Why you think like we I mean, you know, why you think we kind of got away from like just knowing that or wanting to know that type of stuff though?
A lot of people didn't want to farm no more. When I talk to my folks, because you know I'm from the country, I'm from Mississippi. So when a lot of people left the South, even though, like some people that left the South, like I know people like they might have had an acre or two of land, right? It may have not been much in a little shack, but it was theirs, right? But they left because they said they didn't want to farm no more because they had been forced to farm. So they were getting away from farming. Like that's one of the things, as much as you hear me talk about my dad, that's one of the things that he did that I didn't like, that I don't understand, that I didn't understand at the time. But as I got older and he was gone and I couldn't ask the questions like, Dad, if we had all that land down there with 4,000 acres and you gave yours to the family to keep it in the family name, but because you didn't want to farm no more, you didn't teach nobody else. You didn't teach it. You didn't teach. But my family know how to farm, so it had to. The land is still in the family name. We still go down there, so I'm connecting with them now. I'm trying to. I'm supposed to be getting me. Hopefully by the middle of next year, I'm going to have me at least 25 acres. And my family. So my family still farm. My daddy just didn't want to. So the way they did was some people farmed and people that didn't want to farm, like we had. Some of the people from there became a nurse, a couple of became doctors, some became whatever, but we still had some that farmed and stayed on the farm. So we still had the land and we still farmed the land. But I just hate the fact, not hate it, but I don't like the fact that my daddy didn't teach me how to farm.
Right. Hey, I was about to ask you know how to farm.
No, I just know, I know a little stuff. I'm being honest. I know a little stuff. Like,
you know more than I do.
My dad wouldn't eat watermelons. I said, why you don't eat watermelon? He said because he had to farm watermelons growing up and he ate so much.
Right.
When he grew older, he didn't want a watermelon. But you know, I was reading this, and I think this is partially true. I was reading this thing. I think some of it, I ain't gonna just say partially, more than just a small part, but they said part of the reason here in the United States where they made fun of black people eating watermelon is because when black farmers, because my daddy said they made a lot of money farming. When they farmed, they made a lot of money from watermelons, right?
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
And they said what they did, they made fun of black people with watermelons because black people was being so successful with watermelons. And now when you look around, black people got to go to the white folks to buy a good watermelon. Ain't that something?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And now you're going to the Mexicans.
They trick you. They trick you out. They trick you out. They trick you out of your stuff. But
and it's a watermelon, a fruit. Like that's crazy. It's good for you. That's crazy. Yeah. Black people don't want to eat it. It's like, yo, I don't eat watermelon. It's a fruit, bro. It's good for you. You're supposed to eat watermelon.
Like. Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah. So, like my little nephew, before I go back, because I'm gonna keep listening offline. But my little nephew, if you look at that thing I showed you, he's out there with them chickens. Oh man, he get on his little four-wheeler. He got the little battery operated four-wheeler. He ride around that yard. He know about the tomatoes, cucumbers, all the peppers. In their house, and I bring a lot of the vegetables and stuff back when I go home. I let them know, and they'll have something for me back. They don't buy any vegetables at all. Every vegetable they have, it either came from their farm,
awesome,
from what they have, or another black person farm, and sometimes they barter. Like they did them sweet potatoes, man. Those was the damn sweetest sweet potatoes I ever like. There was like Raw say Raw got a farm, she know, but them sweet potatoes was so damn. Them sweet potatoes so damn. And you won't find nothing like that in none of these stores. So, but he have found a couple black farmers. Like we live close. Where I'm from is close to Arkansas. So go like 20 miles and across the bridge. And there was a couple black farmers in Arkansas he knew. He go over there and get I'll go get sweet potatoes, but our collard greens, our turnip greens, our corn, anything like that. Like if I don't go to my daddy's side of the family, I can go to my uncle and he got about he gonna have acres of greens and corn. One of my nephews. So even though I don't know I just know little stuff. Like I know how to raise the chickens, right? There's certain things that I do know, but actually farming, I don't know. But it is people in my family. So when I get this land, who gonna be teaching me how to actually do farming?
Awesome. So Raw asked, she asked her what was the function of the chitlins.
What was the function of it? Well, we ate them chitlins.
It's Dookie Raw.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I have a brother that never ate chitlins, and he get mad. And he mentioned. I know it's a whole lot of people eat, but I ain't gonna lie, they were so good. They were so good.
How you gonna eat something that's still like Dookie? Okay, why would I eat that? Hell no, I'm not gonna eat a hog.
I ate it because my mama cooked it, and it was good.
My mom, she liked them, but I didn't eat it. I'm just no. Why would I put something that smell that bad in my body? I couldn't understand that.
I can't understand. My dad cooking like, don't cook that in here. What are you
talking
doing?
about a whole house smelling like Dookie.
I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, right? If you ever get the fresh chitlins, the chitlins you buy at the store don't even stink.
Okay, how you know they fresh or not?
Oh, because we slaughtered the hog. That's what I mean. When we slaughtered the hog, and you get those fresh chitlins straight out the hog, the chitlins out the store don't even stink no more.
What? How did they stop it from stinking?
Cause you don't smell them fresh ones.
Oh, no. I don't think so. Never mind.
Well, but you don't have to eat the chitlins. But I'm just saying, I did. There's a lot of people that didn't eat them. But you know what?
I'm not even put my hand in that. I don't want my hand smelling like that. No.
But you know, like you say, you do out hunt. No, but you ever had deer sausage?
No.
Not sausage. I had deer, not sausage though.
Oh my goodness! If you get somebody to know how to do deer sausage, deer burgers. Oh my goodness!
Really?
Yeah, my uncle know how to do.
You don't know anybody. You say you know somebody that does that? They have deer meat, deer sausage, and deer stuff.
I'm from the country. I didn't do, but I know a whole lot. I got a whole lot of family members. I know a whole lot of people.
To get some of that deer sausage though.
That did all that. And I heard you ask, can you eat a rabbit? Yes, you can eat a rabbit. It's good too. Tastes like chicken.
I guess
no, but Anthony, ask Anthony. Anthony, is that rabbit good? That rabbit is good. That rabbit is real. That rabbit is real good.
That's so. I just couldn't imagine gutting and having to do that from scratch.
Well, this is. I've done. You ever clean fish?
No, I don't. You didn't hear the story, did you? My husband brought that home, and he jumping. I'm jumping. The fish was jumping. He said, "Look in here." I'm looking. And the fish jumping, I'm jumping, and he's jumping. I'm like, "Wow, I'm not gonna know." Heck no.
You know what I thought you was talking about? I thought you were talking about a chicken.
No,
that killed that chicken, and that chicken was still flopping around. So you don't know how to clean a fish?
No.
Man, I know. I clean the fish.
I said, nope, I won't be touching that.
I know how to clean. I skin the catfish. I know how to get the shell off the garfish.
You ain't supposed to be eating catfish, y'all. Those are bottom feeders.
I understand, but I promise you, they so good.
Oh my God. I'm gonna starve to death messing with y'all.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Like where I'm from, it's a whole lot of catfish farms.
Oh wow.
Where I'm from. My late wife, my kids' mama, she was from New York. And she first went to Mississippi with me. She was riding. She was like, why they got all these little lakes right next to each other? I said, them ain't no lakes. That's a catfish farm.
Oh wow.
So in the catfish, so you can get you a catfish farm and you don't have to worry about it being a bottom feeder, and you can feed it what you want to feed it. Then you don't have to worry about it being a bottom feeder. Because you feed it.
What would you feed them though? What would you feed a catfish? What do you feed them? Worms?
Oh, you don't have to feed them worms. Yeah, you can put a worm out there. You can put cricket.
That's still.
Or you can put some that's what they catch just about any fish with. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. When people say Get you some old vegetables and throw out there. White
You
them
said,
catfish.
hey, Bakar, you
Get some
said when
corn.
hey, Bakar, you said when
That's what
people,
people.
you cut off for a second. You said when people say catfish something, then you said get some
Well,
corn.
catfish eat just about anything they will, but get some corn.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of their feed is made. A lot of their feed is made from corn. Catfish, get some corn, and you can feed it corn. I'm just saying. You can however you want to make your corn. Like like a chicken will eat anything, right? A chicken will eat anything. But when you raising your chickens, you can feed your chickens what you want to feed the chickens. Like my brother, them they cut the stalks and everything from their vegetables, and that's what they feed a lot of their chickens is their stalks from the vegetables.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, you can make them eat whatever you want them to eat
Yeah,
once you get them.
yeah, because they'll eat anything. But a chicken ain't that hard for cats. Them people that had, cause one thing about that chicken, a chicken will be everywhere. I was in a town today. Not only these folks had chickens, ducks, geese been just walking all over the town. You see a dead chicken or a dead duck, seem like a car hit one on every other block.
Dang. See, they had them
But
in their backyard though. That's the problem. They just was only in their backyard.
well, that's good. Well, if it's in the backyard, they got them under control. They might have not known what they were doing, but that's what some people do. Just let them, or you can put you a little space because you want them to run around. And but that's good because even if some chickens get out, right? Some people let their chickens out. Believe it or not, a chicken gonna come home when it's time to eat. If don't nothing catch that chicken while it's out, it ain't gonna go real far. If don't nothing catch it while if a dog don't catch it, don't get hit by a car, somebody don't see it as a meal while it's out. Chickens know what time they gonna eat. Them chickens gonna come back home.
Yeah.
But you're right. We do need land, and we do need more stuff like that. And the people that know how to do it, we do need to link up with these people so they can show. My nephew will be glad to give y'all a class on the chickens.
Oh, he should. He should. I'm serious. We should set that up that he comes on and he tell us everything he knows and we take notes because we may need them notes.
Because you do need to know the breed of chicken. Because they'll get you. Like I told you, this white dude, I said, man, you got him. I'm talking to my brother. I said, man, I think he got a Brahma chicken. My brother said, yeah. I forget the other breed my brother said, and it's the size of it. They ain't for the eggs. They for meat.
Yeah.
He said, that's why they're not getting a lot of eggs. My brother got egg chickens.
Damn. See, yeah, I would have just been eating all the chickens.
You
Like,
said egg chickens. What's that?
Yeah, he
You
got
said,
egg chickens. He got his chickens for eggs. You can eat them, but he got them for eggs because he don't eat.
right, that makes sense.
My brother don't eat meat, but he got them for eggs. He probably get him because he got like 3 or 4 chickens that lay eggs all the time. He probably in a week time between his 3 or 4 chickens, he probably getting like 18 eggs a week from those 3 or 4 chickens. And I'm gonna tell you, so you ain't gonna never hardly see no white egg naturally.
Yeah, they don't look. Yeah, they don't
Well,
look
how
like
come
they
they
look in
look
the
white in
store.
the store? I've seen some
Because
brown ones.
they've been bleached. That's why they charge you so much for the brown ones. Because the brown ones, when they have organic on those brown ones, they probably are. And that's
But
why they
they're
charge you so much.
but aren't those the normal eggs, the brown ones? Those are the
Yeah.
natural
Yeah,
eggs, right? So why?
brown,
Okay.
yellow,
Yeah. All.
blue,
Yeah. It's not
green.
white.
No
Yeah.
blue and green egg. Come on, Bakari.
It is
You
blue egg.
serious? Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you were being funny.
No. Yeah, they lay blue, and I'm gonna tell you something. Each color tastes different.
Yeah, I seen off white. I seen not off white, but like the brownish kind, like you know what I'm saying, like yeah, I ain't seen no blue ones, but I did see like the other color ones. I haven't seen the white ones like just out the chicken's ass, you know what I'm saying? So
Now, very rarely do you see them. My brother say it is a chicken that will lay white eggs, but don't nobody want them for whatever reason. But
I know in Africa, all you see is brown. You don't see when
yeah.
when I was there, all you see is brown. You don't see the white eggs at all.
But,
and I was like, well, what's the? I had to try it to see because I never. I'm serious. I usually get the white eggs when I go to the store. You see the brown ones, but I always got the. But then when I went there, I was like, well, let me just see, and they're the same. It's just those are the natural eggs, and they don't put their eggs in the refrigerator. They leave them out.
Nope, you don't have to. Nope, people that raise their eggs do not put them in the refrigerator at all.
And I was
Sure
like,
don't.
and this was in Africa in the store. I was like, why y'all don't put your eggs in the refrigerator? They don't have to be. I was like, wow, why we put
They say
ours in
putting
there? That's
putting
weird.
eggs in. I can tell you why.
Why?
Because why? Yeah,
That's the white folk stuff. No, that's the white folk stuff.
Okay.
We just copied what they did because we didn't have.
Yes,
Because they took from us a lot of the stuff that we knew. Like you said, they took it from us and then used it. Well, yeah, they don't. People that you very seldom see their eggs.
Yeah, I noticed that.
In the refrigerator. But yeah, forecast, you just thought I was playing. If you can look it up, you can Google chicken lay blue eggs. You'll see blue eggs, and the blue eggs the best egg to me. But I think they say the blue egg may be the rarest. My brother had one that laid blue eggs, but it died.
Oh, damn. Damn, it gotta be a certain chicken that lay blue eggs, or like.
Wow.
For my understanding.
Wow.
Every now and then they'll lay a red egg.
What? Wow.
It's extremely rare.
You need to keep that chicken. You see a red egg.
It looks strange to us because we don't see them in the store. Right. But people that deal with the chickens, it ain't strange to them.
Yeah.
It's strange to us. But look how much the store charge for eggs for a brown egg.
Yeah, the white eggs is crazy. I don't even eat them eggs like that, but like I don't even buy eggs like that for real because I don't eat them.
You heard what Walmart said by March, right?
What?
We need some chickens. Oh, Walmart say everything in their store by March, the price gonna be in double on everything in their store.
Well, shit, I was there last night. You would have thought it meant tonight because everything was high. I was like, what is it? I thought Walmart's supposed to be cheaper. They get high.
No,
they get ridiculous.
They say these proposed tariffs, and they having a tariff war. They say everything is gonna be just about double.
Well, they better come up with some more paychecks because, yeah. Because I didn't buy the eggs. They were $12. I'm like, no, we're not eating eggs for $12. I'm not paying $12 for eggs.
Yeah, and they sold these people so slick, and they don't never tell the truth.
Never.
Like you really have to do a whole lot of research on stuff. So then you come to find out when them prices on the eggs before they start going down just a little bit, and it was not a lot of eggs in the store, and the eggs were real high.
I didn't buy them. We didn't eat eggs. I was like,
I'm not buying egg, right? But they weren't telling people that it ain't eggs because chicken's getting sick from this disease. So why the hell y'all selling the chicken in the store then?
Oh,
you can't sell the eggs. You raise the price on them because so many chickens that got sick and the disease is going. But you still selling the legs and the thighs.
Oh my Lord, that's crazy. Oh my Lord. But they knew some of the stuff that they was putting in the chicken legs, the little drugs and stuff. They knew that was killing the bacteria.
Mm-hmm. But that's
Raw, you've never eaten an egg before, Raw? You don't eat eggs? She said she's never in her life.
Yeah, I ate an egg, but eggs made me throw up. I ain't gonna lie. Like
what?
I like eggs.
What man? Are you allergic to them?
I don't know. I'm like lactose intolerant.
I would love to get me some chickens and I would love to if I ever moved to Africa, I would love to have like the sheep and the goat, have them on one side, sheep, goat, and rabbits, and maybe chickens. I would love to do that. I would get me a farm. I would get me some animals.
You say you never had a goose egg, huh? A duck
egg? No, I've never. No,
a goose egg. It
no
double the size of. It double the size of a chicken egg. It's double yolk.
And it still look like an egg?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have to try that. I know you can go to the vegetable market up here and get some duck eggs, but I don't know if they sell goose eggs, but I'm going to get some duck eggs and see. It's just so weird. You're always eating chicken eggs. I wonder if there's a different taste. So that
to me, and when I'm gonna tell you, the only different in taste to me in any of the eggs was the color of the eggs. Now, to me, some people said it wasn't no different to them, but the blue eggs taste different than the brown eggs and the yellow eggs.
I swear I've never seen a blue, brown. I mean, I've seen the brown, but the blue and all those other red, green. I've never seen any of those other. So, what type of is that? A different type of chicken that's laying those eggs? The blue and the red.
Not necessarily.
Is it the daddy or is it the rooster or what is it? How is it coming out with colors?
It's like random.
It's just random. Now my brother say for the blue eggs, he only had one of them that do the blue eggs. Like matter of fact, I should have took a picture. I knew told me to take a picture. I didn't. The last time we were there, the chicken we had a red egg.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we had a red egg. Yep. Wow. But the egg. So this is what I asked her because I'm gonna be honest. I like eggs. My house.
Would you consider eggs as meat?
I don't consider meat, but I love them. I can eat eggs and don't need no meat.
Okay.
Because I don't eat meat every time that I eat.
Okay.
But eggs. So I asked myself, because we love eggs. And when I really got more and more, I used to when I was little, then as I grew older, I got away from certain things, then I got back, right? So when I started seeing these eggs and I'm getting all these different color eggs, and I'm like, if we went out there this week, I was at my brother's house, we was out there this week and we got 18 eggs. And out of 18 eggs, one was white. Why in the hell all these white eggs? So what the hell are they doing to the eggs in the store to make them all white? What the hell are we eating? What the hell are we eating?
I don't eat eggs. I don't know what you're eating.
You don't eat eggs?
I eat eggs, but like you said, why are they white? What are they doing to all those eggs?
All the eggs, because the chickens ain't laying white eggs. Some got to be turning them white, right?
So why are they turning them white though? What do they do? Why? What's the big deal?
I have no idea.
That's scary though.
That's probably something we got to look into. Why all the eggs in the store bleached? Because they got to be bleached.
Oh yeah.
But that's why certain people only do vegan. Like, because I know a person who is vegan. Ross says she's vegan. I know a person like my neighbor is vegan, and she's like because she on some whole animal thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, but she looks at like all of that kind of stuff, like why the eggs is like that, how they treat the chickens and how they treat the cows, and you know what I'm saying, like how they get the meat to be how it is. You know what I'm saying, like. But they're Europeans though, that's just how they operate. So,
Yep. Now I'm gonna be honest. I never got a chance to taste that farm raised turkey. Because by the time it came around, stuff had happened. We went out there no more.
Right.
You know how folks do when they somebody pay them to cause problems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that set up everything, my dad and his friends, they just left. And after they left, 2 years later, the whole farm, everything they had shut down. 3 years after that, white people controlled everything.
That's sad.
From the blues,
telling people they don't come to share; they come to take over. So when you see them crackers coming, if you hook up with them, they're taking your stuff. They're taking over it.
From the blues festival and everything, and it was a good setup. It was a little town that they was building, so it was lacking money. So, but they were doing things to make money, and it was growing. That blues festival once a year was bringing in a couple million, and it all went back to the town. Man, that little town went from having nothing to having its own grocery store.
Yes, that's what
they was working on their gas, and I promise you, everything they have and the people that set it up. When the black folks turned on them, listening to, they ain't gonna say not all the black folks didn't turn on them, but just some did who could get in people's ear, right? And when the people that set it up left, said, y'all got it, I promise you in 2 years, they didn't have nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. It was all gone. Now, the Blues Festival is controlled. Budweiser is a sponsor. Is one of the sponsors. Before, everything was completely black. All black. Accept the money, because white folks love blues. They used to be out there spending money at that blues festival.
Yeah.
So that's how I know about some of this stuff from being around and being around the farmers and slaughtering a hog. I stuff like that. I know how to do the rabbit, squirrel, the coon. Then you put that sweet potatoes around that coon.
Man, it's a bunch of rabbits around here. Like they just be out. But I know
This the
you can't
time.
eat them type of
This the
rabbits
time.
though.
Yeah, this the time of the year you eat them. Yes, you can. Don't eat them when they're hot. You can eat them now.
Okay.
Don't you can eat them when you eat it when the weather start cooling down.
But you don't see a lot of them in the wintertime.
Well, you had to look for them, but that's when
You
you
see
can eat
them
them when
more
they
in the
start cooling.
summertime. You don't see them in the
You
wintertime.
can't. Well, if you better catch them and keep it till it get cold. Because in the summer, because in warm weather, they what the old folks they carry some type of disease that'll make you real sick if you eat it.
Right, yeah. Cause I was cutting grass and I went over and it's like a little dish thing where a plant used to be and it was like baby rabbits in there. I ain't see it and I like went over with the lawnmower.
No.
Yo, they was
rabbits.
like,
oh my goodness. You done killed the rabbits. Oh my God, poor cats.
Yeah, it was but they be all over the place though, you know what I'm saying? Like but yeah, that's why I was like, yo, I don't know if you can eat it. My dog be chasing them all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can eat, you eat them rabbits, man. People hunt rabbits.
Yeah, I know they hunt rabbits. I don't know about the rabbits around here though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause see the thing about it, the rabbits don't eat meat and trash. Don't care where the rabbit at, they ain't eating nothing but vegetation. Don't care where they at, that's all they eating is vegetation.
That's right. That makes sense.
See, it's not like if you see you live in the city. Now, if you see a coon in the city, you don't want to eat no city coon.
Hell no.
Cause he in the trash.
What he eat? I was gonna say
he's in the trash. Yeah. But if you go hunting, now this is something I've seen. If you out in the woods, because I I've been out on a wildlife refuge. But if you out in the woods, a coon, before it eat its food, go to the water and wash it off.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
If they out in their natural habitat, they go to the water and they'll wash it off before they eat it.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I remember you was telling me that before. See, like the ones around here, like I was watching one. I remember I was sitting outside one day and one was just hopping out the trash can, you know what I'm saying? And just ran off.
Now you don't want to eat him.
No.
You don't want to look, you know what? The only way you're gonna eat him if it's like the zombie apocalypse on The Walking Dead. and you ain't had nothing to eat in about a week or two.
But when you get sick if you eat that one though?
If you ain't had nothing to eat in about a week or two, you're gonna be willing to take that chance.
Right, fair enough.
They wouldn't worry. See, they was already sick. They was sick from not eating. You're gonna be sick from not eating.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's true. Shouts out to MD2 in the building. We're gonna have to finish the conversation about land. The next time, because this was a great conversation. I'm glad you came on here, Matu. And shouts out to Cassidra for making this positive. And Bakari, while you on here, I want to show you, like, I wish I could show you more of these videos, but this dude, he got like a bunch of things to like some stuff like about must know stuff. Because we've been talking about having certain things for a long time, because you might need to make fire or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it might sound a little crazy, but so he said he's making like a way to cook tuna, but to make fire though.
Oh wow. Huh. I'm gonna have to start watching these shows, I think, huh?
Yeah. He got a bunch of different videos. I wanted to show like more, but
send that to me, forecast, so I'll know who that is.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to. I like
I'm trying to see.
Welcome to the
Okay, yeah, his joint is like, but this is you don't really see too many black dudes with survival channels, which is
No, you
messed up.
don't. Is he black? No, he's not black.
No, he's a white dude.
Yeah, you don't see too many black people doing this.
All right, so he's like a natural torch using,
wow.
because Bakari was just talking about the pine, the honey and stuff.
What is that? We're not eating that, are we? What is that?
Nah, he making something to make.
That's sap from the tree.
Yeah, sap. Yeah.
What's he gonna do with that?
Use that to make some stick.
Mm-hmm. You can use it for a lot of different things, though. Sap from a tree, though. I'm trying to find like some of the good stuff that he was making that you might need. Like he was like how to make a fire without. All right, so.
Oh wow! What in the world?
He's trying to make a fire just using a old battery.
Oh wow! That is something else. Look at that. Goodness, that's wow.
Yeah, he got.
I'm gonna have to watch this video. I think this stuff is very important. We should be watching.
You ever seen them know how to filter water with charcoal?
Mm-mm.
No, I have one of them sticks though.
Okay, you know I know y'all heard about the medicated charcoal that people take charcoal, right?
Yes, I know that.
You know the charcoal you barbecue with, right?
Uh-huh.
Can be used for some of the same thing, unless you got the ones that already got the lighter fluid on it, right? But and I just learned this, and they showed somebody from who had been poisoned, and they crushed up some old barbecue charcoal bits and forced it down his throat with some water, and it made him throw up. And it made him throw up the poison.
Wow.
So and it was showing how to use charcoal to filter water. You know, you get charcoal and some gravel. It'll show you how to use charcoal to filter water.
Damn, yeah, because like all of them stuff, like, because that's important to know. You know, let me see. This one is how he got how to make a tripwire, a tripwire alarm, which is important to know in case like some people come into your area or whatever. But this is just something we don't really talk about, you know. I'm trying to find. I can't remember which one he was like, "Yo, how to make a fire just out of like whatever, like just random stuff that you could find," you know.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. If you meet some black people that avid hunters, because I've seen a couple of these things that some black people had told me about. I ain't saying they showed me how to do it; they were just telling me. But avid hunters and be out in the woods a lot. I that know how to do it. That knew how to do a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. See, I don't know too many people that know how to do like on some. I guess they call it MacGyver stuff, but
yeah, it was this guy on Facebook I used to talk to sometime. But him and his friends, and they would do 3-4 days. You eat what you catch and kill, or whatever you find. That's you can't bring. They couldn't take nothing out there to eat, and so it was certain things that they had to do. It was just certain things they would take, and it was like surviving, and they had to know how to survive off of it. And it was all black folk. So some of them know how to. Some of them know. I met some black folks that know. But you're right. You don't see a lot of them on these channels.
Yeah,
you don't
and
see
you don't
a lot
have
of
to.
black.
No, my bad. No, I was just saying you don't have to be on YouTube, but just have like some kind of thing where you teach other black people how to do it, or whoever the hell you want to teach. I would say it to other black people though.
Yeah.
This guy, I'm talking, him and his son was making, because they took some stuff out there. They knew how to make bread. They only opened out there. They was making snake burgers.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Girl, I pass. Give me a leaf burger. I'll pass on that.
But they out there like 3-4 days. You can only can't bring no food. You only eat what you catch and kill.
Oh well, I would starve to death. I would just starve to death. I would be where the leaves, where the grass. Then you got to make sure you eat the right kind of leaves.
Look, this dude is saying, go ahead. This dude is saying, make fire with a flashlight. You know, go ahead, Bakari. I'm gonna while you talking. Like this video is like, what? Make fire with a flashlight. Go ahead, go ahead, Bakari.
I was just gonna say the only problem with a snake, that's like they have a lot of worms. Now you can, but you can get rid of the worms in a snake. But when you see people eating bear, you can't get rid of the worms in a bear because they say a bear is so thick a worm can lay eggs in the bear meat.
Oh my
and
God.
you can't. But I'm gonna tell you something. White folks farming bears, bro.
Oh
for meat. They say they ain't, but they are. Cause where in the world you find a bear that only eat blueberries?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I know they are because they keep them in the zoo. You know what I'm saying? But
but have you seen the blueberry bears?
Yeah, that don't make sense. They would eat shit. You know what I'm saying? They would eat stuff. I'm sorry, they would eat stuff.
But they got them somewhere. But they in a position now they got them where they only eating blueberries. Only blueberries.
Oh wow.
I'm like, they found a place in a wild where a black bear that eat berries and is an omnivore, right?
Yeah, no fish, no nothing, right? No
fish.
So
they found a place in the wild where the bears only eating blueberries, won't even eat meat because it's so many. I'm like, no, they farming them bears. They farming them damn bears for meat.
Yeah, ain't no way in the world.
Hey, Bakari, this is getting water from a plant right here. Let me see.
Getting water for wow. Can you drink that water? What is that, rainwater?
Probably. Yeah, see, you getting rainwater.
Okay. I don't know if I want to do that. I'll tell you, I'll be dead in a week.
Yeah, you might have to. You might have to, though. You know.
Oh my Lord, this is crazy.
But I don't. When I was coming up, like, it's certain things that you just used to see you don't see no more.
Oh yeah.
I'm 52. Like, it was nothing to go outside and find a pecan, black walnuts, figs, pear. A pear tree. Like, you don't see none of that stuff no more.
Oh no, what happened to all that stuff? You think used to have?
You know what happened? They pushed it down, and now everything is on an orchard. You have to pay to go on the orchard to pick pecan. You have to find the pear orchard. You have to. The last pear tree I saw, I was delivering.
Well, we have pecan trees down here, and they just be on the ground, and some of these people be picking them pecans up.
Y'all. Shit, you know what?
Look.
You better thank God.
They be picking them things like they on the ground or whatever. But you got pecan trees, and they take their bags and they picking them and they selling them. These people be selling them pecans. They'll pick a bag. That's what I'm saying. About $20 for that bag, $30 for a bag of pecans.
So if you somewhere around,
I'm sorry,
around pecans.
What's that?
No, I'm sorry. He made a fire with a broken lighter.
Oh wow!
But you said somewhere with the pecan.
He hit the. Oh man, if you got somewhere with some pecans, some pecans, you got pecan trees. Stuff get a little sticky. You got something you can eat. Cause that's them same pecans they got in the store. Them pecans on that ground right there. Where Cassidra say they picking up. When they go sell them pecans, they're them same pecans in the store.
Yep, the same ones. Yep, I'm telling you, they be selling them pecans by the bags. They standing there, and now's the time to do them. And because Christmas coming up, they out there picking them things off the tree, picking them off the ground, and because they still good. Once they hit the ground, they're still good, and they selling them, honey. This is when they make their money.
Yeah, we used to go up in there. We used to thrash. We used to thrash the pecan tree when I was coming up. You know what thrashing a tree is?
What?
Oh yeah, you climb up in the tree, and somebody shake them and make them fall down. We call it thrash. We had 2 pecan trees and a black walnut tree. We had a little fig tree I don't know who planted that tree. It was just there. Didn't nobody care. Anybody could come get it. It was just there.
Yeah.
We had pear trees across in somebody else's yard. Like they just been there. But now you don't see this stuff nowhere. When I was coming out there, man, they was pushing the tree down because they was building something else. And they had pushed it down. And the Mexican was out there. They were like, yeah, man, we got the lab with no more on the ground. Like it was 5 of them. And they pushed the tree down. I go over there, none left. Because I was going to get something like, man, wow, I actually found a pear. Because the stuff you used to see just growing up as stuff that we took for granted.
Yeah.
That we just know gonna be there. They used to have these little red berries, these little wild berries you could pick and eat. Blueberries, just wild. They were just there. Like they ain't nowhere no more.
I don't know where they going, but we don't ever see, like, remember the grapevines that used to be out? We don't see those anymore. The blueberry tree, you don't see any of that. That stuff is gone. I don't know if they mowed them down or where. They gone.
MD2 just came on here, but my parents used to have a plum tree, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, really?
Yeah, but
plums, yep.
I used to hate it though.
The tree forecast
they cut it down because I used to have to be the one to rake up all the plums when they fell on the ground all the time. I know that's hard work. I know that one is hard work.
Oh my God, that's hard work too.
But no, they used
you
to
gonna be in trouble. You really got to get out there and feel like this man over here.
Think about it, folks. Think about if time got hard, you wish you had that plum tree. If time got hard,
honey, you wish you had that plum tree.
And they could have made so much money right now though, because people would have bought people was trying to buy the plums. You know what I'm saying?
Even them pecans, now them pecan trees and stuff, shoot, they making money. They making big money off them trees, them pecan trees now.
My sister-in-law made me some homemade plum jelly. I got plum jelly downstairs. I got pear preserves downstairs. Peach preserves downstairs.
Wow. I love that preserve. That is like, oh my God, the preserves are really amazing. Oh my goodness. I had a sitter that made all that. Man, it was so good. That preserve is just like, wow. It takes it. You wouldn't even want no jelly out the store.
My sister-in-law is teaching she gonna teach my lady how to do all that, the jellies, the preserves, all that. She gonna show her how to do all that, to do the joint. Yeah.
I need her to show me too. Do a video so we'll know. Talk step by step how you did it. Because I would like to know. I just don't know how. Like canning, I would love to know the can, because my husband, he has a garden, right? He loves, I never go out there because I'm scared of snakes. So if I need something, I'll say, honey, go get some onions, or tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, squash, everything. And I'm like, I could be canning that stuff, but I don't know how.
Well, I'm gonna tell you who gonna come on it and tell you how to do it. Cause there's somebody be in the chat normally, and y'all give well wishes to our sister Erica Howard. I mean, she in the hospital.
That's out there. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But
Erica,
she know Erica Howard know how to do all that stuff. Consider.
Wow.
The preserves, the canning. She know how to do all that stuff.
Man.
Yeah. She know how to do it all.
Wow.
Damn, Joe.
That needs to be a class. Seriously, we need to have a class on that. Seriously, I would love to learn that, because we have so much stuff that we just give it out. We just give it away because I don't know how to can it. I would love to know how to can that. I don't know, what would we eat tomatoes? What would I make with a lot of tomatoes besides soup? What else can you do with tomatoes? And he has tomatoes. You got cucumbers, all that stuff. I would love to.
You can pickle you some cucumbers and onions together, make that just vinegar, a little fresh honey, that organic honey, real honey, to give it that flavor. But you can pickle that together, jar that. My sister-in-law do that too.
Oh wow, that would be a thought.
Yeah.
Cucumbers and onions, yep.
Yeah, but you don't know how much vinegar, how much sugar, you don't know how much of that stuff to use.
Because they know how to do it, so they just know they just go poke. Because they know what they're doing.
Step by step, and plus we need to know how much vinegar, how much sugar, how much water, if you put water in it, and what we need. You have a thing, well, this is what you need, and you're gonna have a teaspoon of this and a cup of this and a cup of that. So people like myself, I know how to follow directions, I just don't know how to do it.
Yeah, So hold on, because I don't want to cut y'all because y'all dropping hella knowledge right now, but I do want to also disrespect my brother MV2 who came on here.
Come
Shouts
on,
out to
yes.
MV2. What's up, my brother? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all dropping knowledge. I appreciate y'all. But what's going on, my brother MV2?
I'm just enjoying this conversation, man. Yeah, brother Bakari, man, you bring it out a lot.
Yeah.
Always love listening to you. Check this out. When you were talking about like, there's one of my favorites is Amazon Kitchen. I watch preppers like at least, I'd say every day I watch at least maybe 2 or 3 different prepper channels and just watch it. I'll binge on prepping. And one of my favorites is using a 9-volt battery and steel wool to start a fire, which is very basic. And if you have some like dryer lint, it's, because I used to be a pyro when I was a kid. And, I'd start fires no matter what it was. Or if you have access to seashells or any kind of sodium. And, it's a more in-depth, but if you actually, you could activate it with water and that'll actually start the fire. It's really difficult with seashells, but seashells, you'll have, it's very volatile. It'll actually do it. But if you got a 9-volt battery and you got some steel wool, oh man, you can start a fire in a heartbeat. And you get a bunch of dryer lint and of course you get your tinder and then you get more. You could literally, you're out in the forest, because I grew up in Colorado. Once we left Philly, and so I was around nothing but what they called mojos. And these were white boys, they call them mountain jocks. And so you had to learn. I'm a city kid and I'm amongst all these folks that, they were like the total MacGyver. There's different, and I'm glad, Brother Bakari, you brought it up, especially like with snakes, because I do eat snake meat. Especially like I'm in Arizona. I ate it when I was in Colorado. There's, of course, you're not just going to pick any snake and eat it. We had to clean it, of course, using vinegar or lemon juice, because that vinegar and lemon juice and sometimes salt will draw the worms out of anything, whether like frogs, because frogs definitely have a lot of parasites as well. But you could do that even if you're freshwater fishing, because now a lot of I love fishing. Freshwater fish, fly fish. I used to go up in the mountains, and I was with a bunch of white boys. We'd always go fishing. And the thing is nowadays there's so much parasites that are out there that you're gonna have to try to do what you can to get the parasites, get the worms out. And vinegar, lemon juice, and salt is what that's what I've been doing for years. And I know that a lot of Caribbeans do it, down, when they're getting that. And especially if you're eating pork and stuff like that, you got to be extremely, especially like those feral pigs that are down south. We don't have them where I'm at, but where you guys are at, if you're in the South, of course, you got feral pigs everywhere. And so you got to be real careful, because a lot of stuff get a lot of parasites nowadays. But if you ever watch, there's a lot of homesteading, because a lot of black, especially black sisters are into home. My older sister is part of a homesteading group, and her sister Ingrid, a lot of these, they're deeply in terms of, when I say homesteading, you're talking about canning, preserving, you're talking about pickling. I do a lot of pickling at my house. I make my own pickles, and I do like a lot of pickled cabbage, pickled carrots, and I'll pickle whatever it is. Canning is a different thing, because I don't have the mechanism for canning. You got to just make sure that you got enough acidity in your, because you can get botulism if you're not careful. A lot of folks don't know how to can right. You got to make sure everything, especially with pickling and canning, making sure that your utensils, the things that you're using, are sanitized. Like I'll boil mine to make sure they're sanitized, but I'll always have some kind of acidity wherever it is, because that kills off a lot of the things that cause botulism. And making bread, I think Brother Bakari brought that up earlier. During the whole pandemic, that's all I was doing was baking bread and making your own starter, because clearly the world is going in that direction, especially when you're talking about eggs going, that are $10 a dozen. And I have 2 red eggs in my house right now. They're actually red, they're not brown. And at the cost, you're gonna have to start making a lot of stuff, especially like
we got an echo, you guys. Somebody needs to mute their mic, because we're hearing echo.
Yeah, baking bread is very simple. It just takes a lot of time.
MG2?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I was just hearing some echoes. But
I'm gonna mute y'all. Go ahead with the conversation though.
Yeah, I would just say, oops, yeah, I keep hearing the echo. I would say start making bread. If you eat bread, if you're really into that, start by that and look for like what are called homesteading groups. Anything that has to do with homesteading. And that'll definitely be a step in the right direction.
Hey, yeah, MG2, you might have to go out and come back in.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. But yeah, I heard what you were saying. Bakar, you was about to say something, Bakar?
I was gonna say I didn't know that about the vinegar, the lemon, and the salt.
Forecast, how
I
many windows you got over?
didn't know that. I didn't
probably
know that
too many.
Because I eat bullfrog. I done cleaned one of them big bullfrog too. Them bullfrog legs pretty good. It tastes like chicken.
I'm not eating no bullfrog. Yeah, I'm not eating no bullfrog.
You ever seen them things? Never mind. I'll just eat me some grass. Make me some bread and eat some grass. Thank you.
So y'all city folks gonna be hurting. When
Yeah,
y'all gonna be coming to the country. You know what you're gonna say, Cassidra? Because I'm tired of eating grass. You got them bullfrog leg left.
I'm gonna have my little sardines in the can. My little Vienna sausages in the can. I already got my little packed. I got enough of that. That's gonna last me for a minute. But all that other stuff you come and eat, no thank you. I'm gonna pass. I got my weenies and my Vienna sausages and my sardines. I'm good. The crackers, we good.
I got you. I'm just saying, I eat the wildlife. I don't eat all the wildlife, but I do. Like the one white folk, they got a thing.
That's better.
Catch, clean, and cook a bobcat. I ain't eating no bobcat. Catch, clean, and cook a coyote. I ain't eating no coyote. You never seen it? You ever seen them videos? Folk at them white boys out there eating them bobcat?
No, I ain't seen no bobcat.
They say that's the best. They say them the best tenderloins you can eat is the bobcat tenderloin. This dude literally had a deep freezer full of damn bobcat meat, man.
Yeah, I never heard nobody say I'm eating bobcat.
They got a channel on YouTube. Like you could have put it up. I thought you could pull it up while you on there. Catch, clean, and cook bobcat. It come up. Catch, clean, and cook a skunk. I'm telling you.
I'm not eating a skunk either.
I'm not either. But what I'm saying is the white folk different. They
different beef.
They gonna see this. The thing when it get to that point, you just got to say, man, you know what? I don't want to eat no skunk, but I'm gonna survive. Like Cassidra, she gonna come get them bullfrog leg. She gonna be like,
I guarantee you, I won't.
She gonna be like, Bakar, you got some squirrel. You got some squirrel dumplings left.
I may do some squirrel, but I ain't gonna eat them little frogs. I don't think so. I may eat the squirrel and the rabbits. I'm gonna pass on the frogs and the snakes.
I ain't never had snake.
Actually, I have tasted alligator. I've eaten that, but I've not had snake.
Yeah, the alligator tail, if it cooked right, a gator tail.
Alligator, but I've never had snake and possum and raccoon. I've never had those.
They have a thing here in Georgia. Now I found they have it in Mississippi too. It's a wildlife cookout. Everybody come there. Everything you cook is what you have hunt. Man, people out there with beaver.
In the world. Oh, in the world. My grass burgers. Here go my grass soup.
I'm telling you, they be out there. They out there with any possum, anything, any animal you can just about any animal you can think. I ain't know none to eat no bobcat. That's still just that little white crew I seen on YouTube.
If you can eat frog, you can eat bobcat.
No.
If you can eat frog, why you can't eat bobcat?
That bull,
Chinese
that's
been
not.
doing it. You've been eating it anyway. If you eat a Chinese shop.
Them bull, you stupid, you stupid. Them bullfrog legs them bullfrog legs are a little different than that. They good.
Bullfrog, they probably big as your finger. How do you eat something? How many of them? You probably got to eat a bunch of them to get full.
No, a bullfrog actually get kind of big. See, you talking about them little toads you see hopping around?
Yes.
No, not them things. Nuh-uh. Don't nobody eat the toad.
Well, where the frog legs come from? Them bullfrogs?
Bullfrog. Yeah, we eat bullfrogs. I'm gonna be specific. Don't nobody eat them little toads that you see hopping around. No, we eat we eat bullfrog.
Them big ones that's in your yard to be by the back door. We got some out there. I stepped on that.
Yeah, they get real big.
Oh, gross.
Man, my cousin in Alabama, he goes to the corner store. They talking about they got alligator, frog leg, all that stuff in the corner store. Like, you know, like they got potato wedges over here. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what we need in our stores. We need like corner stores like that. We need that in our neighborhoods. We have to get back to that. Instead of us going to Walmart and letting them raise the damn prices, we ought to have our co-opted mom and pop shops, even restaurants. You know, if you know how to cook, if you know how to do a dessert, if you know how to do dinner, you know, you may have 5 people that know how to cook. One do desserts, one do like the meals, one do, you know, breads, one do and it's a co-op, so everybody's making money. You know, you giving money toward the little mom and pop shops, you're giving money toward the grocery store. I had a student that came in and she was talking about she was from some part of North Carolina that was majority Black. And I said, well, where's your Walmart? She said, there's not one. I said, well, why is it that you guys aren't there building up that little city, which it could be a Black city, right? Because of the majority of people are Black. I'm like, you guys can co-op everything, co-op a school, co-op a birthing center, co-op a wellness center, co-op like it's similar to a Walmart, but you call it your small own business owned. You know, it could be where Black folks there have their own little businesses and they sell their little items to each other. And it's co-opted. So the monies you make goes toward the rent and goes toward the people that's put money into it. You know, it's things that we could do in our community instead of, you know, letting Walmarts go up. But we know what Walmart is planning on doing. But what are we doing about it? What we plan on giving them our money? No, we should be taking this time to create our own. Just like the doctors. You don't trust the doctors? Create your own wellness centers in the Black community. Because we got a lot of nurses in our community that should be in the community opening up birthing centers, open up wellness centers. We have a lot of attorneys that could be in our community opening up attorney offices with the dentistries. You know what I'm saying? So this is stuff that we could be doing right now.
You know what? I absolutely agree. And sometimes I think we don't think we have no hope.
We do have to. We just have to do it.
I say sometimes. I'm saying like sometimes a lot of us will, because a lot of us don't think we can do anything. Don't think we can do anything without them. A lot of us don't think we can.
I'd love to try because I'm sick of the ass.
Don't think you can do anything on your own for yourself. Because see, we always say they gonna do this. Yeah, we know rules against us. We already know that. It's obstacles. We like, you know, that corner store I was telling you about that the Black dude on, right? Before he bought it, there was a kitchen in there, right?
Yeah.
Now that he got it, and he wanted somebody to come in and cook, they was gonna be their restaurant. They could just rent the spot from him. Yeah. All of a sudden, rules changed, and he can't get he can't open his kitchen.
But you know what? Sometimes you just have to move in silence. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You have to move in silence, and you have to pretty much separate from them. We will have our own court system. We have our own police department. We'd have our own security. We make our own rules. We have a Black mayor, and the Black mayor will get reparations. You know what I'm saying? The Black mayor we co-op our schools, and we do everything blackly black. They come and do woo. We want to move in here. No, you can't. You can invest, but you can't buy because we don't have. And what we'll say, we don't have no land left. We don't have no land for you to buy up in here. Everything is sold. And then we have land. You build your homes and tear the old ones down. It's things that we can do. We don't need them. We have each other.
And you know what? And you're absolutely right. I absolutely agree.
Take one of these little Black cities and create our own put a wall around that city. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. If you're listening, come back on and finish your last thought before we wrap it up.
I'm gonna say this part. Let me ask you this right quick before I get off. You ever heard of Medina, Mississippi? Cassidra?
Medina. I heard Medina. Yes, Medina.
Medina.
Is that by Jackson? Who?
Medina, Mississippi.
I thought it was. Is that by Jackson?
But I'm going to visit the next time I go home. It's actually a town that Elijah Muhammad's oldest son, I think it was his oldest son, started.
Wow.
It was not a town. They bought some land there, and they have another all black town up in north part of Mississippi by a dude that called himself he on YouTube, the Son of Man. But it's just a black town for people who want to come. Black, you can come say, yeah, Medina, Mississippi. That's one of them. I forget the name of the other one that they bought land and they really they're self-sufficient. Medina has been struggling as of late. So next time I go home, I got to go. Next time I go home to Mississippi.
Well, why is Medina suffering when you have black folk around there that actually can move into that city and support that city? Why is it suffering? I don't understand. What are we doing with our money? What are we doing with the money? Put it back into the city. Put it into the schools. Put it into the. What are we doing? You can have mom and pop shops. They're cooking. You go there and you. Okay. You, like I said, you have several people and not just one person making money. The whole city is making money because it's co-opted. Everything is co-opted. So if this is your gift, if you're a teacher, principals and teachers come together and co-op a school, right? Parents will help because our children will be going there. You are dentist, you're a lawyer, you're a dentist. You guys come together and co-op and and we support. That's what we do. We build our own little cities. It don't take that much to do this, you guys. It don't. If somebody's on retirement, you put a little, you put your little retirement together, and build and wellness centers. We have nurses, we have doctors. Come together and have your wellness center, have your birthing center. Why aren't we doing this? This is stuff that we can do. But so many people say, oh, well, they're going to come. Well, guess what? Let them come. We'll be ready. You stay over there, we good. When you come over here, you're done. Here's the line. You come across that line, you're done. We're not playing with you. We're not doing this. Black Wall Street could have lived if they had security and they didn't have anything to do with them white folk. Plain and simple. Because when they come, they're taking over. You're not taking over. You can invest, but you're not going to take over.
Yep. Poor white folks was real jealous. And rich white folks would pay them to do things. While the rich white folks throw a rock and hide their hand, act like they ain't got nothing to do with it.
Guess what? You come on over here and throw that rock if you want to. I'm gonna cut that hand off. Seriously. And that's how you have to handle them because they coming. They coming. Okay, come on. You be prepared. So when they do, you handle your business. Period.
And you know what? It's still the same today. Rich white folks control poor white folks.
Exactly.
They make it seem like everything, and then they try to say, well, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Yes, you do. You the one, you creating it, but the difference today is it ain't illegal for all us to be able to protect it ain't illegal for us to have guns to defend ourselves.
Right, and that's what we do. We have our own security. You have Army men that are retired. That's your security. That's your police department, right? So they know what to do. Handle your business. When you get done, you bury their asses back there in the field somewhere. Seriously, we don't have to put up with that. You come. This is our moat here. We got our alligators in the moat. You come past the moat, then that means you mean danger because you didn't come to the front door and knock. That meant you coming with some nonsense. So we have to take and do what we need to do because it's enough is enough. You can't. You don't want us to build. You want to always be over us, but then you want to treat us like crap. We're tired of that. You treat our kids like crap.
Yeah.
You're trying to hang each other. What the hell?
Yep.
What in the world? No. It's time for us to separate. It's time for us to do for us and get our own little villages. Because some of these cities already they're up and running. So all we have to do is take them over. If it's majority black, we have a black mayor and go from there.
I'm gonna tell you this, consider one thing you said that I absolutely agree with. Some stuff don't need to be said.
Right. You just do it. Exactly.
Some stuff.
They don't say it, do they? They just show you, don't they?
Some stuff you just have to keep to yourself, because you start telling people, then you letting people get prepared for what you are willing to do. Don't give them the playbook. But I'm gonna get off and listen outline. But it was good being on the panel with y'all again. Consider the forecast. My brother MG2, it was good being on the panel with y'all, and everybody in the chat. It was good to be here chopping it up with y'all too. So I'm gonna listen offline.
Thanks for calling. M2, you here?
Yeah. I'm just listening to you guys, enjoying it, enjoying everything. It's and I'm Sister Cassidra. You have spoke to the depths of exactly what I want. I mean, having our own, we don't need anyone. We really don't. No, I mean, everything we have is right in front of us if we want it. I mean, that's if we want it. I like to beat up on black folks because it's like I say, it's like an oil well that's untapped. We are literally the world's black gold, but we're like, thinking that we're nothing more than just, that it can't be done. I mean, the world cannot operate without us. We know that. That's right. And I'm not just talking hip hop. What we're capable of, if we are in our right minds, and I say that, if, it's a big if we are in our right minds, everyone else in the world wants us not to be in our right minds, because if we actually start to do what we're capable of, then we're the greatest threat that ever existed. Because other folks cannot operate unless we don't know who we are. They can't manage, they can't function. If we are in our right minds, they don't get paid. Okay, it's that simple. If we build for self, then they won't be protected, because the lack of us having our own and doing for self is what protects everyone else, because we're busy protecting them. If we stop protecting and building other folks in society, then everything is moot in terms of whatever, whoever governs you, wherever you get your water, it doesn't matter. None of that will matter to us, because we'll be so far advanced doing for self that, we won't care about anything else. Nothing else will matter. We have the talent to do what we need to do. Bottom line, if I've been on a real big kick of trying to get black folks, our folk, to start saying those two words. And when I say those two words, I'm talking I quit. And when I say I quit, I'm not talking about a job scenario. I'm talking about quit in terms of whatever we've been doing for the last 60, 70 years at least. Do the opposite. That's I'm sorry, say it again.
No, I said quit being an American.
Right. Thank you. You said it all. Whatever we've been like in the last 60 years, think the opposite, do the opposite, behave the opposite. And I may be wrong, but I think we'll be on a trajectory of literally taking over the planet. Because I'm not just about trying to go ahead and exist amongst these, any lizard, these demons that are out there. I'm not here to go ahead and try to exist amongst them and try to get some kind of equity amongst them. No, because I don't equate myself equal to a cannibal. My thing is like, look, we have the ability to conquer the planet. If African people, if black folks really wanted to, we could do it. The thing is there a will out there to want to do it? Having our own cities, having our own banks, our own media, media and all the technology of media and all the technology of security would not be where it is if it weren't for us. And I'm talking even their military technology would not be where it is for us, because even on a low level, military technologies were developed so they can fight wars. You know where some of the very first wars were in terms of military were actually fought? They were fighting over who was going to control those dungeons they called slave castles. And so, in other words, we were for lack of a better term, we were the prize. But they developed their entire mechanism of technology using enslaved Africans and the marketing and commerce of our ancestors. That's just one small example of what we're capable of. If we went ahead and said, I don't care, I quit, and we're just going to do for self, the world would go upside down. The non-black world would go upside down. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. And I've been trying to get us into that mindset. And the only way I've really been successfully doing it is pissing folks off. Trying to get us in the mindset of saying, wait, look, you don't need others in order for you to exist. They need us more than we need them. We don't really need them. It's just that we want them. We want their accolades. We want their so-called celebritization of us, so we could be a celebrity. We want their acknowledgement. We even want their money. I mean, it's like, the other folks, as long as we know that the rest of the world needs us more than we need them, oh man, you're talking about building our own armies? Oh my gosh. When we're in our right mind, other folks would kill each other. They would kill themselves to go ahead and get in our good graces. Believe me, mark my words, if we get in our right minds as Africans and start developing everything from the technologies to developing our own financial systems, our own media systems, I will guarantee you this much, that they would go to war and kill each other to try to see who's going to get more in favor of us. And it's not like that's what I want to do. I don't want their favor. It's just telling you how important we are, but we discount it by trying to be everyone else. We discount it by the interpersonal squabbles amongst each other because of maybe emotion or ego or what they call player hating back in the day, or dissing, what they call. If we really wanted to take over this planet as Black folks, it would take us less than a day to do it. As Dr. John Henrik Clarke said, we'd probably be spending like 23 hours arguing, but that last hour we would take over the world if we wanted to. It's just, do we have the will to do it? I'll go ahead and pass the mic.
No, yeah, that's all facts, and that's the point of this whole thing that we are doing with Cassidra, you know what I'm saying? And and I know we're about to wrap it up. And before we do that, I forgot to do one thing. And like I said, I agree with you all the way, MG2, because we talk about this all the time. And we've been talking about being prepared, but do Black people want it? And so I want to say shouts out to Cassidra for this live, because this one would have went left if it was up to me, you know what I'm saying? And instead we had the most probably productive conversation that we had on this channel, period, because Cassidra is like, let's stay in a positive, you know what I'm saying, mindset. And so I learned so much today, and I want to shout out to you, Cassidra, for even keeping me on the right path, you know what I'm saying? So I want to say that, you want to say something, Cassidra? I don't know if you talking, you muted, Cassidra. All right, so yeah, she might be doing something. And so before we close out, I meant to do this before I got off of here. Speaking of Black businesses, I want to shout out to the Smoothie Queen, who it is her birthday, and y'all support her business and stuff like that. So she has this is her website, the Smoothie Queen. She got the kids smoothies, the detox, the 10-day detox, sip and cleanse, so y'all support the sister. I ordered from her before, and she actually came to me and delivered it to gave it to my hands, you know what I'm saying? So shouts out to her. It's her Instagram. Y'all follow her on the Smoothie Queen. It's her birthday, so shouts out to her, and y'all support her business. Speaking of black owned business, you know what I'm saying? So this is the Smoothie Queen. But yeah, MG2, you want to say something before we get off of here?
Yeah, the thing is what we have is a lack of what I call exploring our talents. And when I say that, Brother Forecast, that is the thing that's really hurt us more than anything else, because the talents of Black folks right now, I mean, what we're capable of and what we can do is we can move mountains, but we're too busy trying to go ahead and fit in someone else's society and do much amongst them. I mean, it is so simple. Here's what I mean. We have the ability, because all of us are talented. Otherwise, this world would not operate if it weren't for Black talent. We have the ability to change so much of this world around us to our advantage, okay, to where we own and control everything just by exploring some of that's the minimal amount of talent that we have. And I'm not talking about hip hop. I'm talking about how folks innovate. Like, for instance, cornrow braids. Okay, and the fact that, and it wasn't just cornrow braids from Africa. We actually reinvented it and made maps out of them to make black folks free. Just the inventive nature of who we are. Look at like brothers that would take a cassette tape and then create an entire industry now that you guys call hip hop. We have so much talent, Brother Forecast, but we're so busy working for other folks, so busy trying to support somebody else's society. I'm not saying folks should quit their jobs. I'm just saying use those jobs as a tool to explore the talents that you have outside of those jobs. If you have a talent, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have the gift of gab, if you know how to braid hair, if you know how to do sewage, it doesn't matter what you do. If you have a talent for something, use whatever thing that you're doing to get paid or whatever you're doing in life. Use that, of course. But that does not have to be the end. That does not have to be the ultimate goal. When I was working for this one pop artist, and I mentioned it on the live stream, you guys know who she is. She's like one of the most famous pop artists nowadays. I did a tour with her, and the bass player was going through a lot of problems. And he looked at me, and he was like, man, I don't know. I'm just going through all kinds of hell in this gig. I don't know if this will work and that. And I told him, I sat him aside, a good brother, real good brother. I sat him aside. I said, look, bro, only one person on that stage is doing their passion. Everybody else, including you or me, and employees. So that was her life. That was her passion, not ours. I told him, I said, get that money that you're using to build up your organization and your business. And that's what he did. He's doing it and very successfully. He took whatever he did that he learned in that. And this brother has been in the business for over 40 years. He's like one of the most well-respected and most known musical directors in the business. But it just took that little bit of him saying, you know what, out of all the folks he's worked on, from the Grammys to everything else, he basically parlayed all of that, just that one conversation. He holds an event in Detroit every summer, and he's got like hundreds of folks showing up, and that's his creation. I said, yeah, you're just using that money that you learned from this gig, and now you've created something that's an entire different world that now everybody's going to see you. And the thing is, a lot of black folks, of course, we got to pay bills, we got to do this and that. If we took just a little bit of the time that we have for leisure, getting online, talking, or watching Netflix, or just, sitting back watching the sports or whatever, if we took 5% of that leisure time away, because a lot of brothers, I can't get brothers away from their sports, but I got to. If you took 5% of the time that you, and same with sisters, that you have for it, what you do when you're not at work and what you do at home, and you did it for yourself. So in other words, of course, the majority of your time is the 9-to-5 job. Okay, I understand that. But if you only use that just do enough for you to go ahead and maintain that, to get enough resource, enough money, enough information, and whatever you do in leisure when you're not at work, because whatever you do when you're not at work, and when you do when you're not at home in terms of leisure, that tells you who you really are. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Whatever you do when you're not at work in terms of your time and whatever you do when you're not at leisure, like watching Netflix and getting online or whatever, that determines who you are in life. If you take 5% of that leisure time away, because I know it's going to be kind of hard to take your job away that time, but if you take away 5% of that leisure time of what you do when you're not, I'll guarantee you this much. Within the end of the year, it will add up so much that whatever you built, whether it's a business, whether it's an idea, whether it's an invention, I'll guarantee you by the end of the year, you'll get it done. I will guarantee it. And by that time, what happens is you've built so much of that time, you might not have to ever work for someone else again. And that's the thing that a lot of our folks don't, because we spend so much time giving our hours and our lives to someone else because we need to pay bills. But then when we have our own time, what we think is our own time, we spend not doing what is us. We spend it on leisure. We spend it on trying to balance ourselves from that 8 hours of hell that we go through listening to Becky and Brad and the Karens. We need to have some release. So we watch Netflix. I'll guarantee you, only take 5%. And you'll have no problems after that. I'll pass the mic there, Brother Forecast.
Yeah, where I've never seen this guy before. What's going on, bro? Yeah, what you want to say? Oh, yo, what you want to say, bro? T? I don't know. He looks like a West Arab, so he might not be Coherent. What
Do
you
you,
want to
do you
say?
understand English?
Como estás? Como
You ain't
estás?
got nothing else to
Como
do.
estás usted? No hablo.
He just okay. Forecast. He ain't had nothing else to do.
Yo, it's crazy because it said one person is watching though, but all of y'all, like a lot of people coming in the chat. So I want to point that out with YouTube. It says one person is watching, but
He must be in overseas somewhere. Where you at? Hey, T2. Hey, what the hell is the name? What's your name?
He's a he's a Denisovan. He has Denisovan blood, so he probably can't comprehend.
Why is
what
he
is
on
going
here
on.
for, Cat? What do you have to say, bro? Besides grinning.
All right.
He
So yeah, there you go.
ain't talking about nothing. He just standing there looking. What in the world? Forecast, don't let them folk on here no more. What the hell? What is
I told her I was if they come on here, if they wanted to say something,
he just
because he could have
grinning? I'm like, you gonna
I
say
could have
something or you just gonna grin?
considering me, you, and MD2 could have been wrong about everything we said in our whole lives, and he could have said something to disprove it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. They can't tell me nothing. Them folk can't
I'm sorry. That's not Neanderthal blood. That's because Neanderthal blood, they're gonna try to combat you. They're gonna say something stupid and like
Well, I don't
gaslight
know
you.
what kind of blood that was.
That's the Denisovan blood. That's like it's a different kind of blood, like where they have like they just
he was
stupid as
just
hell.
grinning.
They're just really
He
yeah.
like from Cambodia somewhere.
What yo MD2? Where is he from? Where do you think he's from?
I'm not really sure. I don't know if he knew where he was headed. You know, sometimes folks have to readjust their GPS for chats because I think their GPS is miscalibrated. So I'm not really sure if he knew that where he was at or whatnot. Maybe he did and just was shy. I don't know. I get a lot of folks that have their GPSs kind of mistuned and they come into a live stream and I'm like, okay, I'll just start talking about the square root of Wednesday and maybe that'll, spark some conversation or something. Some folks get shy. I don't know. I'm like, hey, welcome. You might
excited to be on here. Look like
it ain't shy. It ain't shy. It's just stupid as hell. They just dumb. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, don't block them or don't run away. Let them come on and show how stupid they are because they're stupid. All they can do is like troll, but you can't troll me better than I control you. I like the trolls because I control the trolls better than they control me because I know all the stuff they're gonna say, and so he can't say anything. But that's not gonna work either because like it shows how stupid they really are because he can't even comprehend something to say. He just runs away. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to tell you, they get their rocks off when they think they get you mad. Like when First Rifleman comes on here, and he try to come on here when you on here, Cassidra, it's because he wants to get you mad because he think he can get his rocks off that way. But if you feel like, because what really hurts them is like showing them how worthless they really are, because like they really are worthless. They have to come on to your platform. They have to do all this stuff to your platform. Like MD2 was saying, because I was going. So now that we can go back to what MD2 was saying, because he proves the point. I always use them to prove the point. You know what I'm saying? You are what makes everything tick. If you get kicked, like if black people in America get deported from America, it's going to be a slave trade part 2 because they need you. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
No, they're gonna use the Mexicans then. That's what they're gonna use.
No, the Mexicans can't. They're gonna die from like skin radiation. They're stupid as hell. They lazy as hell. They can't build anything. They be like, no hablo, no hablo. But it's a lie because they know when it comes time when to check. So when they tell me no hablo, well, all right, you know dinero, don't you? You know what I'm saying? So if you want to hablo, then you're gonna have to pay dinero. You know what I'm saying? So they understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Brother Forecast, one thing that I want our folks to realize is our importance, not because we want other folks to be impressed. It's just because I want us to know that we are unmatched on this planet. As any species on this planet, we are 100% unmatched. No one can get anywhere near the importance of what we are. If we were to get deported or if we all left to New Zealand, they would probably try to nuke New Zealand, not because they don't like black folks. They would nuke it because they would say, we don't want those slaves to get in the hands of Russia, China, or anyone else. If all black folks went to China, they would say, look, we cannot let, because we build societies. We build worlds. our folks don't realize this. We are the builder of more societies than anyone else on this planet. That's the most valuable resource that's ever happened in the history of man, and that's us. We just don't know that as Black folks. We don't know how important we are, not because we want to impress other folks. We just need to know who we are. And I mean, nobody can build civilizations. We did that alone. Nobody else has done that. And the thing is if we went and got deported, whoever deported us, they'd shoot him and kill him, and everything that they would kill is goldfish, because that's like letting go of the most valuable gold you've ever had, and that's like letting it go just because. Why do you think they continually try to make Black folks marginalize Black folks and quote unquote this racism and whatnot? Because they want us to feel like we want to be accepted and needed by them, so we won't leave them. My thing is, hey, all of us get on a plane tonight. I don't care where we go, but like as Malcolm X said, anywhere else but here. I'll pass the mic.
No, that's all facts. And while you was talking to too, I realized why he was on here, because ICE must be knocking at his door, and he think Cassidra gonna help, because he think Black women is gonna help.
Oh, he got the wrong one, bro. You got the wrong one.
ICE is knocking at his door right now. That's what's going on.
He got the wrong one.
I get it.
Yeah, he got the wrong one. Sorry, bro. You can forget all that. Oh no, I don't go to help. No.
All right. So this was probably the Cassidra. I don't know if you heard what I said before, but I gotta thank you. Like, I want to say thank you, because this would have went left if it was up to me. Me and Bakari would have been on here arguing. MD2 would have got on here arguing with Bakari, and other people in the chat would have been arguing with me. They would have been mad, even more mad at me. But also, I want you to know, like, because I know I'd be saying like 1, 2 in the chat on the thing, but you see, it's more than that. This whole platform be lying, and if they kick us off, then so what? So be it. And I'm not. Well, he can't even get connected on here now, so I think ICE got him now. He's trying to get back on, but
is he really trying to get back on for what?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him on because we're getting off of here now. Yeah, we're getting off of here now, but I do want to say thank you, because this would have went left, you know what I'm saying? Because this is only about Black people for real. So like this whole conversation, and I would have been arguing, but this was like, talking about what we talked about was the most productive thing that we could have did. So shout out to you, Cassidra, for real. So you want to say anything, like everything to wrap it up?
You know what? I just enjoy coming on here, because it's all about us right now. It's about nobody else but Black people. And we have to begin to start to talk about these situations, and because these are very important conversations. Because I learned a lot tonight, as far as chickens and and goats, and I learned a lot. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. We need to do more of this, and maybe next time we could even talk about some of the stuff that we need to be packing up. If we do need to leave here, what do we need to have? Those emergency kits and stuff, the medical kits and all that stuff. We need to know about all that stuff. I'm hoping you guys come on back, because we're gonna learn we're gonna get into some more stuff, survival stuff, because those videos that you were showing in the background forecast, I was looking at it, and I hope you send him to me so I can look at more of them, because I think we need to know that stuff. This stuff that we've forgotten. This was taken away from us on purpose. And just because they took it away don't mean that we can't, pick it back up and run with it, because they're going to be trying some stuff, but we need to be ready for their behinds when they do, if they do, and when they do, because they coming, and we're going to be ready. Okay. And thank you for allowing me to come on. Thank you for, the opportunity, and thank you for just teaming up with us, with me, so that we can make some things happen, in our community.
Yeah, facts. And I'm about to send you those videos. A dude came back, was sitting in the background looking goofy as hell, but then he got off just now. I won't go let him on anyway.
Looking crazy.
I would have let him on at another time, but this was too good of a live, you know what I'm saying, that we talked about too much.
We don't have time for them folks. He ain't doing nothing but sitting over there grinning. I don't know what the hell he grinning at.
It's a retardation that they have. It's it's like a recessive gene that they have.
What we was talking about. I don't even think they could speak English.
Well, if you can, find out who his weed man is, because I may know somebody who might want it.
Yeah, I got you. Well, he might not. He might be on some. You know, they be on that opium and that.
Oh yeah,
You know,
they be on
they
that
be
other
killing
stuff.
themselves.
Yeah, they
You
be
know,
on that other
they be on
stuff.
that strong stuff for real. So
Yeah.
you don't. I don't know if black people want to mess with that drugs they be on. Like,
no, they be on the stuff to be leaning them. They be hang like almost on the floor, sleep, standing up. Looking
it's
like they.
that. Yeah, it goes all the way back to that homosexual culture that they have. But you know, they all pretty retarded and gay and have a recessive gene where they don't really comprehend. So, you know, it's all good. But anyway, shouts out to you MG2 for coming on here. Thank you, yo, my brother. Shouts out to you for coming on here, yo.
Thank you.
I was listening to the live earlier. You was talking about trading and stuff like that. Y'all listen to MD2 when he talking
Yeah,
about
I be listening to him. I love the trading ones.
I'm telling you guys, I'm digging it, and it's for pure income. Okay, a lot of times folks try to give you the get rich quick stuff. My thing is like letting you go ahead and pay your house bill without having to go ahead and come out of any money.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's what that whole thing is about.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And shouts out to Raw in the building. Shouts out to Bakari who came on here. I appreciate the knowledge because, like I said, I ain't know all that stuff either. Shouts out to Anthony. Shouts out to Matron if y'all still listening. And I won't mute him, but I'm gonna add him so y'all can see. Y'all can feel blessed y'all don't have to feel as retarded as this. Look at this. Like, would you want this kind of face and like? Oh, okay. So y'all can feel blessed knowing that you don't have to live life with Denisovan blood, Neanderthal blood. You know what I'm saying? You are an actual human being, a Homo sapien. You're a different species than them, and you don't have that level of retardation and regression. You know what I'm saying? Because what they don't understand, you know how they talk about what's his name? The dude who said, what's the name? MD2, the dude who was talking about humans evolved and you know what I'm talking about?
Darwin?
Yeah, Darwin. See, what they don't realize is like different doesn't mean it always gets better. You know what I'm saying? Like different could also be worse. Like you get allergic to the sun, you get stupider, you know what I'm saying? You get uncreative. But yeah, okay. I ain't gonna go left. So shouts out to all of y'all. But yeah, that's the whole thing with Darwin. They're just too stupid to comprehend it. So feel blessed that you are a black person. Let's work together. We can let go of this Democrat Republican stuff. We can let go of this African American immigrant beef. We can let go of all of this stuff and realize that we are all we got at the end of the day, and we have no friends. You know what I'm saying? So as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.
Peace, family.